welcome to the Emerald Dragon. It is Monday night again, my friends. Paul, it's Monday. You know that.
It's Monday?
It's Monday. We're doing Tomb of Annihilation today.
Oh, yeah. That's how I keep my schedule. It's all oriented around D&D.
Right. Yes, I can relate to that more than I'd like to admit. My friends, as I mentioned, Tomb of Annihilation again tonight. We're back in the jungles of Chult. Kind of wish I was on a sandy peak beach, though. Am I right?
Well, I can say definitively that you're not wrong.
Infinity's kiss, baby.
Yes. If I had one wish, it would be to live in that kiss. Bar forever.
It's a dope bar.
It is, yes. But that's a story for another day, of course. Paul, why don't you take it away, my friend?
Would love to. Thank you, Brad. So, let's do some quick introductions. Luke, who are you playing tonight?
Oh, tonight I am playing Garathor, the Berserker Barbarian, whose brother has just passed away in the last, well, at least been incapacitated a few days ago, but now I'm trying to save my brother and my father and the world.
All right. Alex, who are you playing?
Hello, I'm playing Iranae, our resident non-rogue rogue. The only rogue in history to put all expertise into charisma-based skills rather than dexterity-based ones.
Hell yeah. And Kaylie, who are you playing?
Good evening, everybody. I am playing Silky, the kobold monk of the Order of the Mercy. I am the newest member, and all of my new friends are crazy, and I love them.
Nice. And Brad, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Alastor Eltan, formerly of the Flaming Fists. Folks, I am fiercely magical and fiercely good-looking. Back to you.
Handlebar mustache.
You know it.
Slicked back hair. Oh, yeah. Or mullet. Sorry. Slicked back mullet. All right. Well, with that introduction, let's jump right back into where we left off. Where we left off was on a rescue mission into the Fane of the Night Serpent, the underground base of the Yuan-Ti people of the city of Omu. They were dug in tight, but you guys managed to come up with a plan where you set the city on fire once again. And with that distraction, quick channeled underground and used that to gain entrance to the city, hopefully taking away some of the guards in process. You guys freed some slaves, killing some Yuan-Ti, and snuck through, and eventually were able to rescue Alastor from the fate that was going to happen to him, and did happen to one of his cellmates, Greg. Unfortunately, Greg met a very bloody, terrible fate. However, you guys proceeded after freeing Alastor to make your way into a room where one of your old enemies, Azaka, who originally betrayed you, was gazing into some mysterious pit, into some substance that was casting visions or allowing her to see visions of Dendar the Night Serpent. Garathor immediately slashed her with a great axe. But after a while, she did surrender, and you guys came to an arrangement where she would help you get to Ras Nasi, hoping that you guys would overthrow him and she would gain power in exchange for her life. She led you to a teleportation circle. She went in first and zapped to another location, but you guys all came through, indeed, into the room of Ras Nasi, caught him unaware. He throws down an air elemental, lights his longsword on fire. Garathor lights his axe on fire, and throws out tooth and tail. A giant crocodile appears in this tiny room. A giant battle ensues. And eventually, you guys notice that he was, in fact, dying of the death curse. But Silky, in his final moments, grabbed his throat and collapsed his neck. And Ras Nasi breathed his final breath. You guys escaped from the Fane of the Night Serpent, found a place to rest. Silky who has a lot of her religion based in death and dying, dug up the grave of Alex and did a ceremony ritual there. And that is about where you guys left off, inside the dome, taking a rest.
First things first, I'd just like to say I would like to spend some time attuning to my new gauntlets.
Yeah, I'll attune to my sword as well, if I need to.
Oh, bracers, pardon me.
Yep. All right.
Who ended up with the cloak?
I believe you did. I gave it back to you when I realized it wouldn't make sense for Silky to have it.
Alastor, you want this cloak?
No, it doesn't work.
It's
It's not a good cloak.
Alright, I'll hang on to it then. And I'll spend the hour of our short rest reattuning to the cloak of Ubtea.
I'm gonna sit down, take off my wet socks. I'm gonna wring out my socks and my clothes. Actually, I'm gonna take off my white button-down shirt, wring it out. You guys see my big old hairy half-elf belly. Got stretch marks and everything. No shame. Just like Garathor, you got any food while I do this? I'm so hungry. Being in jail takes it out of you, man.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Good to see you back alive. Let's make some food. I will make. We're gonna go with porridge again. Do you want it sweet or savory, Alastor?
Just a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Can't choose right now. Can't choose right now.
We're gonna go very herbaceous today.
They didn't even feed me when I was in jail. Can you believe that?
Well, I mean, it's a snake prison. I imagine you would have gotten a whole place. So.
I wonder
After
if they fed Greg.
Greg looked pretty hungry, honestly. After
before or after?
Say what, Garathor?
Never mind. Go ahead.
After I get some food for Garathor, I'm gonna crack open this nice spell book, and I'm going to learn polymorph during this time. And I'll let out my Rosnacy's spell book, and I will allow my clothes to kind of dry throughout this long rest as well. So I might just sleep naked.
I will also go over some of the items that I found in the bedroom, along with my whip and the oil of etherealness, which I believe you identified last session.
That's correct.
Beautiful. So I'll just tell you all about it.
I would like to pull out Volos. Start reading some Volos on the snake people. And is there something else I should be reading about, guys?
I don't suppose it would have anything about Azarak.
Let me check.
Make an investigation check. Nice. There's nothing in the table of contents that would lead you to believe that there is a section about a Serac, but you do over the next hour, like you're kind of scanning through, and you don't really find anything about a Serac or liches in Volo's guide. You do see some headers that might be useful. You see giants, goblins, Yuanti, hags, and a couple others. And then also just some miscellaneous information towards the back. It's mostly about creatures and monsters. Not so much about...
Liches don't qualify as creatures or monsters?
Not so much about creatures of legend or history.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will just continue to read about the snake people.
Okay. Iranae and... Oh, you're attuning. Iranae, what are you doing?
Silky,
We?
can I take that oil off you?
I don't think I have any need for it. So if you think it will be helpful to you, yes, absolutely.
I've got an idea.
Oh, what does an Iranae idea look like?
Looks like you won't be able to hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain it afterwards, but for now, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
She looks sad and goes back to attuning.
Alastor and Garathor, you guys are deep reading. Alastor, you are jotting away, trying to copy this immaculately written spellbook into your own spellbook. And Garathor, you are searching the Yuan-Ti, scanning for information that might be useful in your current situation. And you feel yourself getting really tired, like this weight is on you. And you feel your head kind of moving forward, like it feels like it's 100 pounds.
Alastor. I know you're deep in study, but are you feeling abnormally tired right now?
Garathor, I'm so tired. I don't even think I need to just rest right now. I'll start getting the rest of this spell after I wake up. Actually, just lay down.
Silky, you start to feel tired now as well. Just at the mention of being tired, your head gets heavy and you're struggling to keep your eyes open.
Can I splash some water on my face and give myself a slap?
Sure.
I will roll damage if that's what it takes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, are you trying to do 1 damage?
Yeah, I'm trying to do 1
All
damage
right.
to myself.
Bam! You guys see Silky punch yourself in the face.
What the hell's gotten into all of you?
I'm so tired. It's not right. Should not be this tired.
Did that do anything, the slap?
It did. It jolted you awake. Alastor is now laying down. Garathor's halfway. It jolted you awake, but now the same feeling kind of sets in. You're starting to, all 3 of you especially, are feeling just like you're collapsing on the ground right now, going to sleep.
I just put the book away and grab Rosnasi's sword and kind of give into it.
You grab the sword. It's the last thing you remember as things fade to black. And Iranae, you're not feeling tired at all, but you feel a presence. Like you feel something, even though it doesn't feel like an actual hand, you feel like an astral projection of yourself gets yanked out of your body and you're moving like it's like a blur, like a tunnel, like things are rushing by. And the 3 of you simply awaken to a familiar place.
Is it underground in a dungeon that has green smoke?
Oh, this plays again.
Yo, I cut out just a little bit there. Am I part of this?
All 4 of you are there.
Oh, snap.
Iranae and Garathor, you recognize this place. Alastor and Silky, you have no idea where you are. There is a thick green smoke on the bottom of this small cell. You feel, it feels damp and dank, almost like you're very far underground, like the air is heavy and thick and almost wet. This green smoke is swirling. In the middle of this room, you see a cauldron. There is a lid on the cauldron, and it's bolted shut with a huge bolt on it, and it's just bubbling, but keeping the lid on. What would you guys like to do as you emerge jarred into this weird place?
Oh, fuck, not this place again.
What?
Be on your guard, it's the fucking hags.
Where the
And,
hell are we? I stand up. I'm totally butt naked, but I got my wand. And I look
I
for
have,
something to cover myself with, actually.
Silky just kind of holds her staff.
So, you recognize the space, you two?
Yeah, we were here once before.
What is it?
Fucking lair of the hags. I think
Have you told Silky about the hags?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. What hags? What is going on?
There's some hags, and they don't like us, and one of our former companions had some beef with them. They stole her mother.
Miss Alex.
Yeah. So, like I said, be on your guard. I'm gonna go take a closer look at the big giant door that all of the souls were streaming to last time, because I didn't take a good look at it.
Sure. Alastor, make an investigation check.
Ooh.
25.
25. You find mostly in this room, as you're kind of searching around through the barrels and chests and things, it looks like this room there's lots of sewing equipment, there's needles, and on one of the surfaces you find all these broken and mangled toys. There's just pieces and eyes over here and a leg over here. They look like they're completely destroyed. But as you're kind of searching for something to wear, you find some cloth and some needles. So you can kind of stitch together something quick and put it on.
I'm not going to stitch something together. I'll just grab a piece of cloth large enough and hold it in front of my front parts.
Very
not too
well.
worried about it's party in the back, baby. Some kind of weird toy maker live here. What in the hell is going on?
Not exactly a toy maker. This
Is there
place
a
ain't no
rocking
Blinskis.
chair? Is there a rocking chair in the corner?
There is a rocking chair in the corner.
It's empty.
It is empty.
Right.
So, Iranae, as you check out this green wall, there is a bunch of shapes, and it seems like this. Well, first off, the green wall itself has all these. There's skeletons caught in it, as if a skeleton had been caught in a tar pit or something, and just claimed and left there. There's skulls. There's whole bodies. They're all different sorts of humanoids in different shapes. And then in the middle, there's a band of metal. And then there's 5 different shapes. One, a triangle, a square, a pentagon, a hexagon, and of different sided polygons. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hexagon and septagon? Sure. I'm just going to go with 3, 4, 5, and 6 for now. Heptagon.
Yo, octagons are pretty cool.
And still in this room, Iranae, you see these blue little lights. There seems to be more of them. Maybe 8 in this room, and they seem to be pulled almost. You see this little trail behind them, and then one of them, boop, disappears into the door. And you see 7 more kind of slowly making their way towards the green door.
You see that?
Yes.
That's souls.
Those are souls? This
This
is
is-
not where they're supposed to be.
This is the source of the fucking death curses in here.
Oh. Can Silky go up to one of the souls and try to catch it?
Sure. You put out your little cobalt hand, and it just passes right through the soul. You see a little bit of its trail wisp as you do. It's
I would like to ritual cast detect magic if possible. Begin to do that.
Sure. Is that 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you need? Is that no components?
Because I'm butt naked right now.
Because you're naked, self-described.
I go to start doing that and reach in my pocket and realize I don't have any pockets right now. I just try to act cool and then put my hands, and I still don't have pockets. And I'm like, this place is freaking me out, guys.
And with that, Garathor, as you're looking at this rocking chair, you see a giant hood almost all the way over the face, horrible boils, and some glowing, kind of flinting, glowing orange pupils every once in a while. And just this evil, you start to hear the rocking sound.
So I was looking at the chair and it was empty. And then it just...
Yep. Not even like a misty step mist, it's just there. And the sound.
Hello, woman.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome is a term that we should work on your vocabulary on. But we are back. What's in that door?
Well, you'll have to wait and find out, won't you?
Well, then why am I here again?
You're here because you surprised me. You're still alive. But I wanted to extend the invite once again. The Dark One sends his greeting. Welcome to the tomb.
Yeah, we're working on that. You don't want to help us out with this fucking wizard lady who's trying to stop us from coming, do you?
Oh, it's not really my place to change the fate of your death. In fact, the one of you that has already died in your party, Miss Iranae, has come in quite useful.
Fuck you.
Would you like to say hello? And you see her hold up her hand, and this wall in the back starts to move and shift. And as it does, and you hear this huge grinding of stone, and as it takes its place and goes poof, comes to a big halt, you see this half-orc chained to the wall, hands up, one of her eyes is bruised, and her whole side of her face. You see whiplashes all over her. You see scars. She's naked, except two giant straps over her body, completely chained in almost an X-like formation. And it would be, you can recognize as Alex by some of the tattoos. However, there is a thick cord that has been sewn through her mouth, and it's completely sewn shut, up into almost a terrible curled smile. And she just, as soon as the wall starts to move, you just, both eyes are kind of swollen shut, and you hear, and then it halts.
I'll immediately freak out in my pupils, going back to raging without raging verbally. And I will look back at the hag, and I will take my sword out and place it on the ground and kneel down to try to get closer to her eye level. What do you want?
Oh, I want you to come and keep me company, of course.
And where is that?
Right here.
Well, I'm here. You have what you want, apparently.
You're here only in your own nightmare. You have to get here in the material world. She'll be right here. Don't worry.
Tell me the way.
Oh, that you'll have to find out for yourself. Oh, and by the way, if either of you happen to meet a terrible fate, she points over to the cage, and you still see those two naked cloned blankets with it's only about up to here, but you see Garathor and Iranae still in this cage, just not moving.
I'll make a direct gaze into her eyes. Ma'am, I'm using courtesy. I've asked you questions. You've given me nothing. But I will find you. If a hair on her head past this is touched, you will die. But if you leave her in this state, I will spare your life when I see you.
Oh, you have no idea what you are walking into, brave Garathor. But know this, if you reach this room, you will have received your prize. Good luck. And all of a sudden, everything goes black. And you start to awaken. Back in Omu.
Get out of my dreams, lady. Get on out of here.
Yeah, so that's the fucking hag. One of them.
What is Silky is like shoots up, and the look on her face is of just horrification, just straight staring ahead, and she's messing with the afterlife in ways that it was never intended. She just starts to hyperventilate. This is not right. This is not right. This is
I slap Silky.
not right. Ouch.
I will very slowly lean out of bed. Fed up at this point. Just... You guys all just saw that hag, correct? We were all there.
I saw a hag, and did I see Miss Alex?
Yeah.
She's here though.
Yeah, that was her.
This is her
Silky, I know
body.
little about the afterlife. I don't know if she was alive or if she was dead. I don't know if it was her soul or not. But it will not remain there. Iranae. We have to free Alex. We have to go to the tomb. Fuck you, Ignatius, for bringing me to this cursed island.
Yeah,
Fuck.
add another fucking name to the list. Fucking Christ.
Hey, you guys want to know what might be worse than that even? Have you ever had a dream where you woke up and you were on a stage and you weren't wearing any clothes?
I flick a gold piece at Alastor, aiming right between, like, his eyes.
Ding.
Listen, I'll help you defeat that hag, but I'm gonna wear some clothes next time.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Please do. Alastor.
I mean, I don't care. The body is the human body. I wear clothes because it makes people more comfortable.
That's what I was saying, Silky. I don't really mind all that much, but these guys, are my clothes remotely dry at this point, DM?
As you wake up, you feel them. It seems like you've been asleep just about as long as time passed. So, like 5 minutes.
They're still soaking?
But you guys have been resting for about 20 minutes so far, so they're a little bit drier.
I go check them and then just think better of it and leave them off.
It is a rainforest too, so yeah, and you guys are kind of in cover.
Are you saying it's like relatively like humid?
It is always
It's kind of warm, yeah. Okay.
but you know, a little bit drier.
So
The ringing helped.
Oh, I have a change of clothes. I put on my Sunday clothes.
Were we planning on staying here the whole night?
I think just a short rest.
We were looking for a short rest. Okay.
It was a DM long rest. I mean, effectively a long rest, right?
You guys are now leveled up. And
Sweet.
that counted as a long rest. You have all of your things restored going into this session fresh, leveled up.
So, are those hacks are they the reason the world is dying?
I don't think so, but they knew who is, and I think they're working for who is, so they have to die.
Garathor, you said that if you went back and Miss Alex was no further harmed, you would not kill the hag. I want you to know I will not extend the same courtesy. When I see her, I will kill her.
Oh.
She is missing in the life that she should not be.
Silky, that's why Garathor phrased it the way he did. He won't kill her. He didn't say shit about us.
She is going to die. I will make sure of it.
Exactly, and it will not be by my hand.
It will be by mine if you will allow it. She is doing the worst thing that my people can think of. She is preventing those who need to pass on the ability to do that. She is start hyperventilating again.
You're, I think you're looking at it the wrong way. Death is not working properly anywhere right now. And I think it's the most important thing to you and your people that we fix whatever this curse is so that death can just maintain its normal course, whether resurrection is there or not.
Okay.
The balance is not right.
No.
But I'll let you
balance is
kill
not
this hag. But we need to get there. How does your neck feel?
How does my neck feel, DM?
Right now, it is currently okay as you're resting. Like still in a short rest, you're attuning. It got interrupted a little bit, but it picks up since it wasn't like a strenuous activity.
Yeah, I'm okay.
However, Silky, as you are talking to Garathor right now, you start to notice like a black line zigzagging up the side of the dome. Behind Garathor as you're looking at him.
Garathor, come here.
I go to her
And then I point.
and I look.
I did not want it to jump on you.
There indeed is a almost blurry black line going up the side
Can
of the
I
dome.
see what this line is? Is it like a knife coming through the tent, or is it just a black line? Is the line staying there? Like, is it
Are you-
like someone with a Sharpie or something?
Going up to it and checking it out? Or are you just
I
looking
mean,
there?
I'm just looking at it.
Make a perception check. Actually, make an investigation check.
Could
Does
I
it seem like it's affecting the magic?
Are you guys alerting everyone in the dome?
Yeah, I will let everyone else know and try to figure out what it is.
Okay. As you start to look, you follow. Garathor kind of looks up the side of this, and you guys, Silky points it out, and you guys are drawing attention. You see this line move up to the top of the dome, and as you look up, you notice that there are about 30 or 40 lines coming up all sides of the dome, like zigzagging in a weird formation. And when they get to the top of the dome, you see a giant pool of black. And all of the lines and all of the pool seem to be like shifting a little bit. Like it's blurry, like vibrating.
Alastor,
do
you ever
not
seen
like
anything
this.
like that?
Have I ever seen anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Oh, Luke.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna?
The dome isn't very big to begin with, 10 feet only. So I assume standing at any point within the dome, I would be able to see whatever it is relatively clearly.
Sure. If you turn around, you're pretty close to the edge of the dome. Make a perception check. We'll
All right.
say, looking at this.
I got
line.
an 8.
As you look at just this line that seems to be vibrating, it looks like a small insect, but hundreds of them, thousands of them. You look closer. These are ants.
Ah,
Ants with like giant mandibles and some kind of a like little stinger coming out of the back of them. And they seem to be amassing on top of the dome.
My friends, we have a little problem here. Appears to be ants trying to take over our colony.
I hate ants.
I will pull out torches and my sword.
You guys hear all of a sudden a knock on top of the dome. Doom, doom, doom. You see some of the ants clear, and you see the face of this like another flying black hooded figure. And the hood almost goes and covers the face, similar to the hag you just saw, except there's 2 bronze coins and just a skeleton face there. And you see all of these ants crawling all out of the sockets of this face, into its mouth, out of its eye socket, behind the coin, into its ear. And it seems to be almost flowing from this flying being onto the dome. And it's just like these giant coined eyes are staring at you, and it's starting to pound on the dome.
Mage armor.
And can she break through, Ignatius? Is it possible?
This thing's pretty strong. Let me see.
When we set up this tent, is there like an exit?
It's actually, yeah, all creatures are barred from passing through. It doesn't say like it can be broken down.
So we just stay in here and we are okay?
Should be all right for a few more hours, but this isn't looking good. What's up with that guy?
Look, we're already coming to visit. You don't need to fucking personally drop off an invitation. Addressing the creature.
Can I throw a... Okay, hold on. Wait. Ignatius, if I throw something through the... Will it break the wall if I throw something through it?
You can move through it freely when you're inside the dome. Creatures and objects within can move through it freely. Yep.
Okay. I will throw a dart at it.
I don't believe weapons can pass out of it from the inside.
I think you said objects can move through it from inside, correct?
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast it, can move through it freely.
Huh.
All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Dart.
Okay. So you throw a rock that you just find on the ground towards the...
A dart. An actual
Or a dart,
dart.
okay.
Yeah, take it out of my side and throw it.
You're throwing it at the hag?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
It's a hag.
Of course it's a hag.
11.
11 is a miss, and you see it just kind of move to the left and then start to kind of circle the dome a little bit outside of this pool of ants that keep amassing and seem to be growing.
Can I stab her with my spear?
You guys can stab this thing. It's pretty cool.
As you draw your weapons, you see the hag kind of float up about 10 feet off of the dome.
I'll yell, "Are we not having a conversation?"
I think we are being either intimidated or teased.
I'll cast message. We noticed you flying around here, trying to get our attention. Is there something we can help you with?
Yes, you can die. And you see the hag just fly straight into the dome, and you hear boom. And then as the hag lifts away, you just see it turn into kind of this slightly visible or slightly invisible visage and just kind of fade out.
Cast message again. Are you sure that's what you want from us? Because I don't think we're going to be the ones dying today. I'll give you one last chance here.
There's no response.
He says he wants us to die. I don't think that's an option, so we gotta kill. Question is, how do we do it?
I think it is gone.
Are all the ants still there?
Oh yeah, it still seems to be growing like every minute. All of those lines, like there's 8 of them, are all different trails of ants. The ants are about this big, by the way, too. They're huge, huge ants.
What say we light a couple of torches and shove them up into that pool?
Ooh. Silky takes out a torch.
Yep, torch time.
I scutter up on top of Garathor's shoulders so I can reach the top.
All right. You push a torch out and you see like this, the ants kind of scatter, and you see a few like burn up and like kind of curl, do their little ant curl and kind of fall off the edge.
Keep doing it.
All right.
I think we'll all do that.
Yeah, we're gonna clear
Yep.
a path and get out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
Or do we want to wait it out, or do we want to run?
Have we finished our... Oh, yeah, we're
We
good.
did a short
So-
rest, right? Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all,
we're
yeah,
good.
no, we're
We're
good.
all attuned and everything.
Yeah.
We're going to hightail up to Zagmira, then we got a delivery to make.
I think so.
Right.
Burn all the ants you can.
You guys are burning some ants. After about 3 or 4 minutes, you feel like you hit quite a bit of them, but the pool just seems to be creating itself. So, I mean, like you go hit some of the lines and it seems like the lines just keep reforming. You're seeming to stop the pit from growing, but it doesn't seem to be shrinking at the same time, even with all 4 of you, like waving torches.
Can we see outside of the tent?
You can.
Can we see how far away these ants are from, like, where these lines are coming from?
Just go off in different directions into the jungle.
All over the place. And I forget exactly where our tent is, so someone could mark it on the map for me.
It's in the same place Alex is buried.
I believe right there.
here. Okay. Well, we can try to dig our way out. We can try to sprint our way out, which will probably hurt. And
DM, did
that's-
they look like they were getting like killed off pretty easily? Like the ones that did come into contact with the flame?
They don't look like they had 1 hit point. Like you had to burn them, and it seems like they got seared, and then eventually they died. After maybe 3 torch swings, they kind of die.
I think it might be in our best interest just to find a gap in your hut and run. I do not think digging is a good idea, Mr. Garathor.
Alastor,
What's that?
do you have to dispel the dome before you run, or...
Soon as I leave, it's gonna drop.
Oh, well, that's good then, because that means we can get out from under the center, and then, as you leave, the dome drops, but the majority of ants are in the middle.
I will probably just teleport about 30 feet that way.
You know, that would be smart, yeah. So we all sprint, you teleport?
Yeah.
Miss Iranae, you can teleport too, right? Do you want to use that now? You
Um,
can take
not
Mr.
yet.
Garathor?
Only once a day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll take the back. And I'm really angry about these ants and these hags. Oh, I'm real angry. And I grab my sword. And I don't know if am I supposed to say a specific word to light it up?
During your attunement, I'll allow you to create a word.
The word is Ignatius.
Ooh.
Very well.
I go, Ignatius!
Flame tongue longsword erupts.
Oh, mon Dieu, that is so cool.
And I'll push Iranae and Silky to the very closest edge of the dome where there's the least ants we can see. I'd be like, all right, Alastor, whenever you're ready.
I take a
which-
sprinter stance.
Which direction are we running?
West.
I'm going to go with west.
Okay. West
I'm
is
ready
east.
whenever you guys are.
Yeah. You see lines. You can kind of to the west see in between 2 lines. It looks like you could run out there and maybe avoid all the ants.
I will take the front. I will take the majority of the fall, hopefully.
All right. All three of you make an acrobatics check just to kind of dodge through these somewhat weaving things of ants. It won't be too difficult, you imagine.
We're so awesome.
Iranae, time slows down. And you see each individual ant drawing your rapier. You poke like 8. And you see the path open up a little bit more. And you just sprint out. And then Garathor and Silky, you kind of do some flips, some slight tumbles, and make your way out of this. And you don't feel like there's any ants on your body at all. You guys make it to the nearby clearing, and you see some of the trails leading off on the ground, but you avoid those and feel like they're not going to catch up to you.
Yes, that's when I do Misty Step, catch up with those guys. The dome drops, and so do the ants.
All right. As you look back, you see this pool of ants fall onto the ground, and they just start scattering, and like trees start moving as the ants are like climbing up trees and bushes, and but yeah, far enough away that you're not too worried at this point.
I forgot my wet clothes. Damn it.
No, you're just
Catch
wearing
up
your...
with those guys.
Are you wearing like church clothes?
Yeah, it's like a slightly more formal version of what I was already wearing. I think it's important to look good when you're romping around this jungle.
I guess the only thing left to do now is go talk to that Zagmira lady, yes?
I'm trudging the way towards Zagmira already. Heading north. I'm already getting ropes out in case people need me to help swim them, across this river and whatnot.
Don't you have a boat?
Are you swimming across?
I thought you had a boat.
Right, I forgot the boat. I think Iranae has it.
Yeah, Garathor, I'm not getting wet again. Had to deal with that.
My bad, Alastor, my bad.
All right. Silky, at this point, you are feeling the rope starting to tighten, and like you see the rope, you see it start to point in the direction, like it's guiding you. It's starting to create a path in the way you're supposed to follow. And you, the puzzle cube starts to kind of burn in your pocket. You feel it almost trying to follow that path.
Okay, that way, please. This does not feel very pleasant.
So, as Silky kind of takes the lead, I'm going to just kind of grab Alastor and Garathor and fall back a little bit, just out of Silky's earshot. So, like, we're still visible, but I don't want her to overhear what I'm saying.
Yep.
Alright. This may be the stupidest idea I've ever had. But it might work. And I explained to Alastor and Garathor the idea that I had.
Yes.
You think you're up for it, Garathor?
I hate magic. And this sounds like the best way to use it.
Alright, one thing we are gonna need is something, like, relatively flat and big. That you're gonna have to carry.
I can do that in 1 second.
Welcome back to Tomb of Annihilation, everybody. I don't know why I'm volunteered to introduce while I was eating dinner, but you know what? I like to live dangerously. We're gonna go do something. Silky doesn't know what we're doing, but it's something.
And we are back. You guys are heading northwest. I'm going to just say that you unfold the boat, make it across, and you guys are heading north on the path to the place that Zagmira said, towards the obelisk. You're simply just following Silky, who seems to know where she's going, and like she can't really stop as she's getting closer and closer. And that is where we left off.
I'd like to look for a large piece of paper.
Mark.
These walls on these buildings, are they made of bricks?
Crumbled stone.
Crumbled stone, okay. How big are the leaves on the trees around us?
There's some palm trees.
Got honey.
We did prove that works last time. Yeah, besides honey, I got nothing.
If you're talking about parchment, I mean, I could definitely use, like, I mean, even vinegar or oil could make a seal.
Sure. Like a piece of leather or like a heavy kind of parchment.
Maybe a canvas.
Canvas, yeah.
Canvas, yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll do 4x4 canvas, and then I'll hand that to you, Garathor, along with my paints.
And I will start painting something roughly that is the size of 4 feet. Kind of a circular thing.
Okay.
Leaving it unfinished as of right now.
And it is, and I do not finish it. It is not finished at all.
Silky just notices that she's like by herself and turns around. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it, Silky. We're right behind you.
How big is the canvas that you painted?
It's 4 foot square.
4 foot by 4 foot?
That's what square means.
Like, yeah. I mean,
Well, actually, 4 foot square would only be 2 feet by 2 feet.
that's,
So we'll do
8 foot square?
6 foot square, so it's 3 by 3.
okay. So like that?
Take your shoulders and go out about a foot from each shoulder, and yeah.
Okay.
That plus one more.
That's almost helpful, Kaylie.
Almost helpful. If I had one more.
3 foot by 3 foot. So 9 square feet, but 3 by 3.
Actually, it's bigger than I thought.
There you go.
3 by 3
Yeah,
is
4
what
feet.
we're looking for.
That's 3 feet.
Yep, 3 by 3. 3 by 3.
All right. So you paint a 3 by 3 piece of canvas, and poof, it appears. And now you are painting another substance onto the canvas.
Correct.
Yes, but leaving it
Okay.
unfinished as of yet.
Unfinished.
All right. Silky is making her way up. She's about halfway to the path, like here. You guys are just following behind?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait. Did we get that ether oil?
Yeah, I hand that to you as well.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So you guys get closer and closer. How close do you want to be, pretty much? Silky is, making her way at a steady pace.
We want to get there relatively quickly, but when we see them, we'd like to, take a pause.
A little out of eyesight range. How long does it take? It should say on the item to apply the oil.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, it's a 10-minute application. You might want to start doing that right now, Garathor.
While
we're walking.
I start applying an oil to myself that I'm scared and confused about, but I'm applying.
Okay. Silky is probably going to get there before 10 minutes.
That's probably okay.
We tell her to slow down just a smidgen.
All right.
If you do, I do.
As you try to slow down Silky, she, like, in desperation, keeps kind of pulling and trying to fight away. But okay, you guys make it up to the top of this path. Garathor, you're probably about 4 minutes in now, starting about halfway here. And Silky, you're about to depart off the path and towards this cave opening towards the north.
I try to stop myself and like look back at the group, like waiting for their approval to move forward.
Keep fighting, Silky. We got you.
As soon as you stop, you feel like this tightness start to form around your neck. It gets tighter and tighter.
I got to go. What do I tell them? What do I do?
I look at
yank.
Alastor and Iranae, and I'm like, I think this is probably Alastor, but who can buy some time? As I'm like lathering my armpit.
Well, I can go use my charming ways. Not sure how much it'll buy us.
At this point, I need 5.5 minutes.
I
I
can
start
try.
moving to my lower rib cage.
Iranae, why don't we all go up there, and then Garathor's just conveniently out of the picture for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We'll wait for his sign.
Right. All right, so you guys approach. Garathor, you're probably about 7 minutes in, and you reach a clearing. As you approach this clearing, you can see a giant obelisk, a stone obelisk, probably about 8 or 10 feet tall. It looks chiseled, and you can see some markings on it. And you see Zagmira and party kind of hanging around this obelisk. There's some runes to the south, as you can see on the map. Actually, I'll just... No, we'll stay. I'll bring you over.
How many people do I see?
See the same party size as before. Zagmira, you see Ellingston, McGregor, and the 2 other scouts. You didn't get their names. I'll put you guys a little bit further back. You're not in sight yet.
Oh, I'm actually on this map?
Yep.
Okay.
Is this going to be Zagmira here?
Yes.
Cool.
I try to walk as slowly as possible.
Yeah, and I guess the 3 of us will start to make our way towards their group.
Okay.
Oh, may I establish something that I did on the walk up before this conversation initiates?
You may. If any of you have anything, go ahead and let me know.
I made sure that I changed the gunpowder in my firearm because it probably got wet at some point, so I'm swapping that out for some dry gunpowder and a fresh shot.
Good call. You got it.
I have pulled out a shield from my pack. And I am now wielding a shield on one arm and a sword in the other. But at this specific point, the sword is sheathed and I'm oiling rapidly.
Getting lubed up.
Oil that body, Garathor.
All right.
Good.
Listening.
Garathor, you're at about 8.5 minutes, closing on 9.
Yeah.
And at this point, Silky, you feel this you feel compelled to reach into your pocket and hold out the cube and kind of keep walking. And if you guys are all walking forward, at this point, they see you. And you see Zagmira's eyes kind of light up as Silky is holding out this cube, walking straight towards her. guys just keep going?
Yeah. I've got your thingy.
All right. She doesn't even move. She just holds out her hand, and you start to approach, and she says, "Excellent. How useful you are, little kobold. Thank you." And she takes the cube.
Do I feel my neck restraint dissipate?
They dissipate.
I kind of shake my head and just kind of glare up at her, but walk back to Iranae. Just kind of hide behind her legs.
Well, I suppose a conversation is in order. Alastor, I did talk to Commander Portier. You have been relieved of your titles and positions.
Yeah, Zagmira, I didn't want to be part of the Icy Dicks anyway. All right, no one even asked me if I wanted to join the Icy Dicks. I've been a member of the Flaming Fists the whole time, however, until recently, because that's a former thing too, but it's getting complicated. So my question for you, Zagmira, what happens next? Let's skip the chit chat, all right? Frankly, don't like talking to you very much.
That is fine. The two of them, and she's kind of talking to you, but points to Iranae and Silky and says, "Where's the other one?"
We had bit of an issue when we were retrieving the cube.
She does a little motion with her hand, and you see the two scout guys kind of fan out around you. Well, the two of you plus the one other one who is not here, I don't know any of your names, I apologize, but you're free to go. Leave the city and never come back. Alastor, you unfortunately must come with us to face a trial after we've completed our quest.
Yeah, you see, I don't really think that's how it's going to go down, Zagmira.
All right, let's warp back to Garathor at this point. I'd say that was about a minute long, 2 minutes, let's say 2 minutes of conversation. So at 10 minutes, Garathor, your ethereal oil application is complete. And you see, poof, all of Chult around you turn into this weird semi-translucent visage. You can see gray smoke and everything looks dull, but you can still see the trees and everything that was there. It just looks weird and in a different realm. And all of a sudden you feel light.
Well, I feel like this is a completely ridiculous feeling, and I hate magic, so I don't like any of this. But I had been told and trained, or at least explained to by Alastor, Iranae, and Silky, what this was going to feel like. So I'm shocked, but not shocked, you know. And so I very calmly and lucidly, I float directly above Zagmira. I'm gonna go with 40.
40 feet?
I go to exactly 40 feet, and I did tell you I had a shield and sword, but based on what I'm doing right now, the sword is in a sheath, and the shield is actually in my backpack. I'm holding a 4-foot parchment paper and a paintbrush.
Oh.
And my immovable rod.
The weirdest Michelangelo ethereal painter.
But it's almost like I'm doing acid. You know, I'm just like, whoa! But I know what I'm doing.
Spinning up.
Right? I'm just like, it's actually working. And it's making me believe it in magic. It makes me miss Ignatius a lot, actually. It really does be like, it's real, man. Unless I don't come out of this, and then it's not.
All right, so it takes you about a minute to get above Zagmira.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing then? You still see them talking down there. You're about 40 feet up.
How long does this
The oil lasts an hour.
Can I come out of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can choose to end it with an action.
Oh, okay, then I choose to end.
Right now?
And yes, I'd like to click my rod, hold it, and then I would like to. Oh, sorry, not end it right now, but
Oh man.
not right now.
Oh
So
boy.
I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I'm going to, since I can float and do all of this, I'm going to very specifically. And I said 40, but now I'm coming down to 30, and I'm thinking about gravity and Newton's laws. So I'm going to go to 30, and I'm going to take this canvas and lay it flat above Zagmira. I'm going to finish painting a large rock.
Okay.
And then
Before we get to that, we'll come right back to that. But the conversation is now past the point of where you are. So jumping back to this group. But we'll say
Pause.
all right.
Does this count as splitting the party or no? Like,
It's splitting the party in the best possible way, in an acceptable way. You guys are both right there. All right. So Zagmir is like, so the three of you are free to go, but Alastor, you are coming with us. You are our guide, after all.
I mean,
She starts to
formally.
get out. She says Ellingston, and Ellingston starts to get out some manacles. You see.
see, the thing is, you just relieved him of all titles, which I believe includes the role of your guide.
Well, he has to finish this mission, not as our guide, but we'll call it servant, indentured servant at this point. And maybe, you do a good job, you cooperate, and they'll go a little bit lighter on your sentence. when we get
Zagmira,
back.
I will never work for the Icy Dicks. I cannot be more clear about this.
Ellingston. And Ellingston starts to walk forward.
I'm gonna take some steps back while he does that.
All right, are you guys still there?
I'm gonna take a step out of Ellingston's way.
Same. I will slither back.
It's like, oh, are we running away, are we? And he starts walking towards you again. Do you keep walking back?
Yeah, I'll keep walking back a few feet.
It's like, you coward. And he just turns around to Zagmira. At this point, you have stalled long enough. What happens, Garathor?
So I finish my rock portrait, which is 3x3, and above Zagmir's head. And then I'll go about 5 feet higher and grab my immovable rod, re-put my shield on, and grab my sword and.
Wait a minute. So you have your immovable rod. Well, right now you don't need your immovable rod. but
Because
you
I
only
was
have-
kind of floating around. I could
Right.
do like more things.
So you can, if you finish the rock, then it's gonna fall in the ethereal plane. You're gonna have to do some finessing here.
Okay, so I will position myself 5 feet to the left of the rock, or
Okay.
not a rock yet.
Mhm.
The pre.
And I will have my paintbrush very, very close to the piece of paper. Very, very close. And then when I come out of my ethereal realm, I'm going to just do a quick little dash
All right.
across, like on this paper, almost to the point where the paper is going to fall onto it. Like my hand
That-
might take a little damage. I'm okay with that.
All right. I'm going to say that you have to make a dexterity check because you are going to be holding both the canvas as you come back into the material plane and have to paint at the same time. So you're going to have to let go of something.
Well, no, here. I'll tell you what. Deal, DM. Deal. Here's
right.
what I do. I don't hold on to the immovable rod at fucking all.
There you go.
I rage right before I finish this, and I'm 30 feet above her, and I'm an athlete, so fuck this. Put the immovable rod back in my pocket. Grab a paintbrush and a sword. And I go, ah! And I swipe real fast.
The paintbrush and the canvas. You'll have it one in each hand.
Sure, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. but I rage.
So you forget the immovable rod. You go 40 feet above her and like kind of position yourself, look over the piece of canvas. You're pretty sure it's lined up. And then you just shift back into the material plane and start to fall immediately 40 feet and woof, finish the last stroke. And now you see a giant 6 square foot boulder like hurling at Zagmira. You say anything while you're falling? What does this look like?
I go, gotcha, bitch! I'm not used to yelling yet because like my last 3 rages have been silent, and so it's more of like it almost sounds like a snake person. It's like and I come flying down.
All right. At 40 feet, I am going to give you a stone giant's rock damage. So I'll give you a little bit more. Let's do 5d10 plus 6.
On each D10, right? Right.
5d10 plus 6 damage. Go ahead and roll a 5d10.
All right, here we go.
Come on, buddy.
I'm gonna roll them individually because I like it better.
As long as you add it up.
Oh, you better start rolling better.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's 10.
So that's 10, 13, 15, 16, and 20.
Oh my god.
26. It's like,
Oh,
all
that's
right.
a little more than half.
That's less than
average.
half. No, it's not.
Yeah. That's
26 damage to Zagmira.
31 would have been average.
That's fair.
And she falls to the ground, and the rock is like pinning her on the ground right now. She's like pinned and like, ah! You like hear this like scream of pain and this look of bewilderment and surprise as Garathor has dropped out of the sky, like seemingly nowhere, with a huge boulder, and has now pinned her. At this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Don't forget to select your token.
I've been waiting for this battle.
So since we were anticipating this and they weren't, do we get a surprise round here?
Please.
Garathor's was the surprise.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. That's yeah, touche.
Actually, I am just going to give them the same initiative.
Oh, Iranae. I think we have the same dexterity, lady.
We do, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I think we roll off, don't we?
Sure.
I don't think there's a
D20?
rule for determining it. You guys just can decide, or usually it's the DM.
You guys have the same dexterity?
Yep.
Yes.
But she rolled it. I do not mind her going first if she would like to. She rolled higher anyway, by 1.
Let's do this. All right, Zagmira and party are first. Zagmira wounded, and like there's like bruises and blood coming out from under this boulder that she's trapped on. Like tries to push it and she can't get out. You immediately see her cast Misty Step. Like a gray cloud of smoke appears, and she appears 30 feet away.
Can I counterspell that?
You can.
Ooh.
I'm gonna counterspell that. Make sure she can't get out of that rock.
Yes.
And it's an auto success because Misty Step's a second level spell.
Perception check for both her, terrible, but also McGregor, terrible. Okay, so you see her casting a spell, and you're just immediately like snuff it out. From now on, you will Yeah, we'll see. Normally, you have to check to see if you can determine what the spell is before you counterspell. So, in the future, I would just say she's casting a spell, and you'd have to declare counterspell.
I have to see what kind of spell it is before I can dispel it?
Right. Or you can try to guess what spell it is.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a crapshoot. Like, if it's a 3rd spell or lower, it's going to fail automatically. So that's like a lot of spells.
I'm just... Actually, if you have the spell, I'll just say you recognize it as Misty Step. I'm talking about spell recognition right now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, you counter the spell. They don't even see you or take any mind of you while you're doing this. And, yeah, it fails. And she's still caught there. And you see her, she's like, damn it! And she starts... Now she has, like, an eye of you as you start casting this. It was actually pretty loud. She immediately casts Mirror Image on herself. And you, Garathor, you especially see these images of someone trapped under a boulder. And now there's 4 people trapped under boulders. You're not sure which one is the real Zagmira. All right. McGregor. Is going to cast...
Can we get some battle map action on the Twitch?
My apologies. I thought I did that. There we go.
McGregor is going to cast a spell. I guess now that we know counterspell. All of a sudden, also, all 4 of the mirror images, they disappear, and you just see a rock there. And McGregor also disappears. You just see him vanish.
Wait, as in the mirror image just got dispelled?
Don't think so. I believe. Nope. So now you see 4 Well, yeah, this is complicated because she's trapped under a boulder. So, yeah. But you see Zagmira appear, or disappear, and now there's 4 empty boulders, I suppose. All right. Ellingston walks up to you, Silky, the closest person.
Hello, I'm cute and adorable. Don't hate me.
And he's going to take a swing with his... It says... Yeah. I know he said he had a giant axe, but we'll just say it's a sword. It's almost the same. Oh, man.
It's actually mathematically better. It's cheating.
2 terrible attacks on you, Silky, with the second one going straight into the ground. Ellingston curses as he just completely misses you. The bandits are going to, or the 2 soldiers are going to go into the woods, and they are each going to take longbow shots. Two longbows. 2 at Alastor. 17.
17 is a hit.
Okay. And that would be 5, 6, 8 damage.
Ow.
And 2 shots at Iranae. Terrible. Wow, that was some horrible rolling, guys.
Wide. Super wide.
Oh my god.
That's some Blair Walsh kicking.
Alastor, it is your turn.
Okay. Question: are these trees or shrubs, or how tall are these?
That's like, it's about chest high shrubs for you.
Okay.
Bushes.
All right. Dang. Let me see here. I need to run away. I am going to fire a firebolt at this guy here. 26 to hit, please.
That is a hit.
14 fire damage.
All right.
I'm also going to use an one of my surges
Okay.
for that. Should be a 1d6 plus 4. Nice. Oh, I rolled 2 UGM. That's a 6. So 10 more fire, 24 fire damage total.
All right. Your firebolt goes in his chest, and then you like put your hand out and start to empower it, and you see the burning like get more and more intense, and this hole just appears in him, and he just collapses, burned on the ground, dead.
Yeah. All right, then I'll take my remaining movement to get behind this bush
All right.
and hopefully have cover against this guy.
Silky, that brings us to you.
Sure. So I cannot see either Zagmira or the other guy, did you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the rocks disappeared too.
Okay. And they're just nowhere in sight?
Yeah. You
Wait,
can
what
make
rock disappeared?
make an Arcana check.
Okay.
So, question. I as a player have an idea in my head of what just happened.
Yeah.
But did the actual physical rock pinning Zagmira down disappear, or did only the copies of the rock disappear?
This is tough. So yeah, you figure out with that Arcana roll, Silky, that she had invisibility cast on her, and she also has mirror image on her. So I'll just say that there are 4 rocks, and you don't know which one has Zagmira under it.
Oh, good.
Where am I in reference to this?
Directly adjacent.
Well, I mean, adjacent in all directions or adjacent away from me? Like, sorry, go ahead.
Like,
we can figure that out later.
In a moment
okay.
of magical confusion, like 3 more mirror images of rocks split out, and then all 4 Zagmiras disappear.
Okay. So I guess I'll just go for the guy in front of me. I suppose Iranae is not within 5 feet, according to this. We can't say that she is.
No.
All right, cool.
10 feet.
I will start with a spear. Spear. 18.
18 is a hit.
Sweet. 6 piercing. And then I will check something real fast. Variables. I will then, for my second attack, use 1 key point to flurry of blow him, and I will do 3 unarmed strikes.
Hey, DM, can I clarify something about the position that I took up, just in case it comes up?
Sure.
Since this brush is only like chest high, you said, I'd like to be able to see the field and maybe have like 3/4 view, not be fully obscured, like not like I'm cowering behind the tree or the bush.
So
Yeah.
3/4 cover?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
What's the 6? 6 damage, Silky?
Yep, 6 damage for the spear.
Yep.
And then 1 flurry of blows, so 3 unarmed strikes, which I'll just roll all of them at once. I'm assuming the 12 ain't gonna do it. So 6 and 10. So, whoa, that's pretty good. That's 22 total.
With your modifiers? Okay.
Yes.
All right, 22. All right, so poof, poof, after your spear, 2 punches land and does considerable damage. You hear it like echo and kind of crunch in his armor a little bit as you seem to have hurt him quite a bit.
Sweet. And I will stay where I am.
Okay. Iranae.
All right. I will use 5 feet of movement to move right here. And while this great sword wielding individual is trying to attack my friend Silky, I will strike from behind with my rapier.
All right.
Only attack.
And misses.
Then I will follow it up with a dagger to the back of the neck.
Short sword dagger!
18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
So that'll be 1 point of piercing damage.
Plus.
14 for
God, sneak attack
there
is
it
so
is.
good.
There it is.
You like do a tiny little prick with the dagger, and he's like, "Is that all you got?" And you're like, twist it in his body. And he's like, "Ow!" Does that end your turn, Iranae?
I will actually use another 10 feet of movement to move over towards these rocks.
Okay. That brings us to Garathor.
I'm gonna need some rock placement, bro. Sorry, DM, but if you could make 4 tokens for rocks.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It really
why?
doesn't matter?
No, yeah, because of the way mirror image the spell works, it doesn't matter where the other ones are.
Yeah, there's a roll.
Yeah, you roll your
So
attacks like
is this
normal.
so I can attack it and it's like a higher AC or?
No, so the way it
Roll a
works,
6 or higher, and
Yeah,
then an
so
8 or higher, and then 11 or higher.
after you roll an attack, the person being attacked rolls a d20. If it's a 6 or above, then it hits one of the clones instead.
Gotcha. So I gotta pray for under a 6. Is it a straight
Yes.
D20? Straight D20?
They roll a straight d20, yes. And then
And it's 25% chance that I hit.
Then it goes up with each clone that's destroyed. So the first one is a 6, the
Right.
second one is an 8, the third one is a 10.
Copy. Okay. Well, I'm going to be confused, and I'm even more pissed at magic right now. I used magic to get here, and now magic is happening all around, and I just want to kill some bitches. I want to see some blood. The X on my chest is from the blood from the snake pool is like fading. It's like kind of chipping away from the moisture in the air. It's like kind of it's not a pristine blood stain. So I need some more. And I will swing at the bitch on the ground.
Okay.
Flame sword on!
Um.
Also, I yelled Ignatius, just a heads up.
Flame on sword.
First, I will roll the d20. Ooh! 6 still counts. Sorry. 6 or higher. And the duplicate's AC is 10 plus Dex, which is 2, so 12. So that's still a hit. So
So I
immediately
shall-
when you hit you see one of the rocks and mirror images just go poof and fade. That's one
I will
down.
then turn around and swing again. That's a 12 for her AC, so that does not hit. It literally, yeah.
7 is no good. You hit Zagmira, but it is not.
The
you-
AC doesn't hit, but I know who it is. Do I know what
No, you
image
don't.
it is?
No.
You can't determine whether what you just missed is
Right.
correct
It feels the
targeting.
same. It's not like one just disappears and you don't feel an impact, but when you killed the one, yeah, it just like it kind of mixes up. It's magic.
I will scream really loud, and then I will run.
At the end of the day.
I will scream really loud, and I will use my 40 feet of movement to run in a giant circle and go right back to where I was.
All right, she'll take her opportunity attack. Do you really want to?
Give it to her.
Okay. Quarterstaff? What does she have here? Dagger.
Bring it on.
Hiya!
That hits for 2
4 piercing
damage.
damage. Yeah!
But does her stabbing me tell me what mirror image it is?
Does not.
Ah!
But it does maintain your rage, so...
It maintains the rage! Thank you so much, Alex.
All right. That brings us back to Zagmira and party. All right, we'll start with the scout. He is going to take a shot at Alastor, seeing him in cover. 2 longbows. So plus 3/4 cover would be plus 5 to AC.
Yeah, that'd be 2 misses then at 20.
All right. He takes 2 shots at you, and you kind of duck down under the brush, and you see these arrows fly over your head. All right. The Berserker is pissed at Silky.
She just smiles.
And he raises his greatsword over his head.
Oh,
For
24.
For all 8 damage.
1 hit.
All right. As one of the blows connect, you see the kobold kind of take some shock from the impact of this greatsword. He smiles at you.
Silky smiles back, her teeth just glistening.
All right. McGregor is going to move forward towards you, Alastor. And he's got his eye on you. You see him lift up his hand, and a red streak comes out and explodes in the bushes. The bush lights on fire.
Can I counterspell that?
You can. But he sees you and counters your counter spell as you lift it up.
He counters.
So
my-
wait. So does he still get his original spell, or is it a burn spell, no fireball?
Burn spell, fireball.
How does he get his spell and his reaction to cast a spell?
At the beginning of your turn, you get your reaction back.
No, I know, but to cast 2 spells in 1 turn, he should only get like a cantrip.
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
That is true. You can't
All right.
cast 2 spells in 1 turn.
Multiple leveled spells, yeah.
So
I
he
will
wouldn't
say-
even have he wouldn't even have counterspell if he already
That's a
already
good
cast
point.
it.
That's a good point. I'm gonna roll a perception check for Zagmira, since I did say last turn that she was aware of your presence. 6. I'm gonna say she doesn't really see you, and she's surveying the field, but she doesn't like have the wherewithal to know where you
She's
are. to
surveying
counterspell.
underneath my loincloth right now. Let's be honest. She's pinned under a boulder that I dropped.
Okay.
Just to be clear, Paul, too. So I used counterspell my last turn, and then I chose to do a cantrip because of that reason. So I casted a spell as a reaction, and then I just used a cantrip when it came to my turn to use an action, right?
You
Well,
can
that's just what I did because he can't cast 2 spells. in
on
one.
your turn. You can only cast the cantrip in a real spell, but then once it becomes your reaction, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe
Okay.
you
Cast
can.
an 8th level spell and then counter spell. It's not a big deal.
Okay. So he just couldn't do 2 in 1 turn. And
Yeah.
Because it was him acting. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So you did hear him talk. He is actually invisible right now. But you were able to counter just from him speaking some arcane language. You just like blanketly found where he was and countered his spell. He's like, "Damn it!"
Out of here.
and goes and runs over towards the scout. All right, Zagmira is now going to Misty Step. And she is going to look at Silky,
Uh-oh.
put up her hand, and she is going to cast Banishment.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Oh, you should have saved counterspell for that. You should have taken a fireball. Oh,
I had no idea.
fuck. No, I'm honest. It's obviously a joke, but fuck.
That'll be a Charisma saving throw.
Oh
DC 18.
no! My -1.
Oh no.
I have to get a 19 or a 20.
19.
Oh, send me good vibes, boys.
Oh, you got him. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It is my birthday. I rolled a 0. Happy birthday to me.
Wow.
Just remember what I told you before the session, Kaylie.
Kill your darlings. Oh god.
Oh,
I can't talk to crows.
I'm getting ready for a story right now. Here we go.
All right. Yes. Okay, so Silky, poof, you pop out of existence, and you are in this weird black, like, realm. You feel yourself floating, like there's no gravity, and there's just stars everywhere you can see, and some like little astral comets and things going around you.
What the hell? Is this heaven?
Is she still pinned down by a boulder, by the way?
She Misty Step.
Misty step.
Oh, I'm out of initiative.
But I can see her now, right?
Yes, her invisibility is broken.
Is mirror images a concentration spell?
Mirror image is gone now.
Mirror image is gone. Mirror image is not concentration.
Oh, okay.
Banishment is, though.
Okay. That brings us to Alastor.
Okay. I would like to duck down behind the bush, hopefully out of sight of every magical user, and I would like to summon Construct. Right here. I want to be totally out of sight, ideally casting a spell with nobody knowing what the hell I'm doing behind this bush. Is that doable?
You do have to make your spell at full volume, so they will be able to hear you.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a default volume for spell cast.
Yeah, there is. There's a sorcerer.
Like, yell it?
It is. It's pretty much yelling. Yeah, everyone knows you're casting a spell.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why the subtle spell meta magic is so
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
interesting.
Right. Okay. Okay. I will. God damn it.
I mean, I believe they would still need line of sight to counterspell, even if they know you're casting a spell.
Counterspell, if you can just hear audibly and know that they're. It says you have to be aware that they're casting.
Oh,
a
okay.
spell.
Okay, I'll try it. Summon Construct, 4th level, and because it's higher than 3rd, if it was countered, they'll have to roll.
Okay. Zagmira is going to try to counterspell that.
All right. So there would be
Since she doesn't have that spell, I am going to make a Arcana check with her. Nine, not great. I'm going to say she just go ahead and does it at 3rd level's fine. Nah, she'll do 4th level.
Okay, then she'll counter it with 4th level.
Oh, she will?
Yep.
Okay. I'll say, because I didn't know that, I'll just say it's 3rd level, and she'll make a roll.
Sure. So that'll be a DC 14.
All right. You feel the magic fade as she lifts up her hand, and yeah, she smiles at you.
No problem. I duck back down. I'll actually just keep surveying the field.
Okay. Silky, you are off in space.
Whee!
In all of these stars and streaming astral projections.
I meditate.
All right. You successfully meditate.
Do I get a key point back?
To Iranae.
All right. I will use 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement to move right up here. And sorry, I'm just checking one thing real quick. Okay, cool. I will. I will go ahead and make an attack with my rapier.
Okay.
For a 19.
I will roll the dice. 13 is a save, so you attack a mirror image. Another mirror image falls out of being there. There's 2 left.
Is the
One is
mirror
the
image
I
gone?
thought you literally told me that mirror image was
Mirror
gone
image was
now.
gone. Yeah.
I don't believe it would be because she just Misty stepped and it's not
No,
concentration.
yeah, you didn't believe it, but Paul said it.
I said,
So now I'm confused.
I believe Paul misspoke and he meant to say her invisibility is gone.
yeah, her invisibility.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Not her mirror image. Okay, so there's 1 mirror image left in the real Zeg mirror.
Then I would like to make a second attack with my bonus action using my dagger.
Okay.
That will be a 17 to hit.
The final mirror image. It is an 11 or higher, so you goes out of existence. Now it's just her.
And I will use my remaining movements to move 10 feet back.
Okay. Garathor.
While she moves back, it's perfectly timed for a high five.
Oh,
Well, I
definitely.
sprint straight forward with a flaming sword, and I drop my shield. And I go, I have to, and I go flying. And I let out an actual roar for the fact that I haven't really yelled and raged in a while.
Okay. You see her. Did she counterspell? She
Yes.
did. Yeah.
Mhm.
So she does not have any counterspell or a reaction. Sorry. So okay. 14. That's a hit.
And I'd keep swinging. Or do you want me to roll damage first?
Either
Your
way.
call, DM.
That's a hit.
Everything inside of me is bubbling.
Yeah,
and
this is gonna.
wanting to do it, and I decide not to. I just kind of, I know that I've got this bitch in the fucking bag. So
All right.
that is going to be 19 plus 2, so 21.
Okay.
God.
Plus 15 plus 7, so 22. So that is 43 points of damage.
Wow! Concentration check. Get me out of here.
How do you want to do this?
Oh my god!
Oh! It's not as satisfying as y'all might think, but it's clean. It's hot. It's Ignatius. It's Kasuth in a sword. And I just I come down through her and I hit her once and she kind of puts her arm up and it kind of breaks her first arm. And I'm just no. And I go again. And it goes all the way through from sideways cut through rib cage all the way through. And I look down at the sword, which is flaming, and I see this bitch, which I hate, who is dead. And I believe in Kasuth now.
No.
My sword, Ignatius, has just made me believe that fuck the gods, but fire's cool.
Yes.
Ignatius. And I look at Ignatius and I said, we will free you. And I look on to this other berserking guy and I'm ready to fucking kill some shit.
All right. So McGregor drops, has a look of shock at this point as Agmira falls on her back, screaming from this longsword, this flaming longsword, which has just cleaved her. And he's like, "No!" and you see him look up, and he's like, "No!" And you guys all hear,
Oh shit.
as you see out of this mist that forms right in the middle of the battlefield, boof, this T-Rex steps out and just eyes everyone, like looking at Zagmira's bloody corpse, looking at each and every one of you moving in a circle. And McGregor's like, ah! And you see him take like 10 steps backwards.
Can I come back into the world now?
You can.
Which one's McGregor? Up top?
Yeah.
Isn't he invisible up top?
Both of them came out of invisibility when they
Okay.
cast it.
Perfect. Oh,
Thank
Silky,
you.
welcome back.
Thank you. I'm no longer in space.
So their initiative roll 20.
It's lonely out in space.
Space. It really is. Even though it was only one round, it was lonely.
Ground control to
Technically,
Mage.
I was only there for 6 seconds, so I'm just like, whoa, whoa! I was in heaven.
All right. McGregor still like looking at this huge thing and is bewildered. He is going to shoot a. He's going to shoot a fireball. Right in the middle of all of you guys, including his own Berserker.
Oh, wow.
You see a red streak go out and explode. So that would be... Everyone make a dex save.
Is that me? And
Yep. It's DC 16.
No damage. Thanks, evasion.
no damage.
Dang. Just Garathor?
I'll take it.
The king of feathers.
6d6. Are we using it at a higher level?
Nope. It is 66.
Does this look like the same one that we fooled around with the day before?
Oh yeah, remember when we were asking
yeah.
what happened to the King of Feathers?
The same one?
I would also like to note: is there a feathers that we can see anywhere?
Oh,
There's
she
not.
did.
What
She's
the
probably
fuck?
super
86.
dead.
Okay, I feel it. I feel it. You good?
So 25
boy.
damage to you, Garathor.
we ate, y'all.
And let me... $14 is not a save, so he also takes 25 damage. That was a chunk.
Just
You see his feathers on his back like start to erupt in flame, and now there's like singed feathers are on fire on his back, and he just roars again, looking at McGregor. Yeah, looking at McGregor. All right, that brings us to Alastor. Sorry. Got a couple more turns here. This Berserker is like... He's gonna move to Silky. No, he's gonna move past Iranae and take a swing.
Do I get an opportunity attack since I came back exactly where I left?
That's true. He's gonna take a swing at you then.
Okay.
But you are gonna get an opportunity attack because he's gonna run. So go ahead and do that.
Okay. I will do an unarmed strike. Actually, I'll hit him with my spear.
20 and 21, Silky.
Oh, those both hit. And I don't.
So 16 damage.
16 total?
Woof. Yeah, he takes 2 swings.
Rude.
He is running. Oh, not that far.
He's running?
Yeah.
Coward.
Actually, he's gonna go this way. He's gonna disappear in the brush. Okay. And then the scout is gonna take 2 shots at the King of Feathers. This thing is freaking him out. 1 hit, 6 damage. And you see this arrow kind of pierce into the giant T-Rex's side. He does not seem too affected, though. All right, Alastor.
Okay, I'm gonna take 30 feet, well, 20 feet of movement to get behind here. About how high is this here?
The rune, it's like 8 to 10 feet tall.
Oh, okay. I'll just be like peering out the side of that, and I'm gonna hold my action actually and see what happens if this T-Rex tries to attack my people. Then I will do something, cast a spell at it, and if it attacks those guys, then I might just let my turn go on by.
You do have to determine what spell you're going to cast.
Correct.
And if the trigger doesn't go off, then the spell fails.
Got it.
Do you still lose the spell slot?
Yep.
Oof.
Actually, screw that. I'm gonna just shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, you stop him.
15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yes. 12 fire damage.
All right. He feels this burning like firebolt hit him in the back, and he's like, ah! And he looks back and sees you. Grimaces. He knows you, I suppose. Yeah. Alastor, you piece of shit.
Shake my mustache at him.
Traitor. Does that end your turn, Alastor?
It ends my turn.
Iranae.
I'm going to yell over at McGregor. Look, I know we've had our differences, but maybe right now this is the priority. And I'm going to use 10 feet of movement. And I'm a stab it.
Make a persuasion check before you do that.
Absolutely. 18.
Right. You shout it, and McGregor seems to be at least taking it in. Go ahead and attack.
Natural 1.
All right.
Oh,
It goes
snap.
wildly bad and hits the ground. You see it like dodge. It like lifts up its big foot, and you stab the ground where it was.
Alright, then I will follow it up with my bonus action. 27.
That's a hit.
So that'll be 4 points of piercing damage, plus an additional 19 for 23 points of damage total.
Okay.
I will then use 10 more feet of movement to move back to where I was.
Okay. That brings us to Silky.
Okay, one thing I forgot about is Silky's sunlight sensitivity. So if we are fighting indirect sunlight, I would technically have disadvantage. However, it only says direct, and I noticed that we're by a cliff's edge. Are we in shade at the moment? Is the sun in a position that would put us in shade?
Actually, I think it's still dark out.
Is it still dark out?
Yeah, it's still like in the middle of the night. It's probably like 3 in the morning.
Thank goodness. Then let's forget about that. That didn't happen. And instead, I'm going to run to the dinosaur, and I would like to stand right next to its tail and just start stabbing its tail. I will first stab it with my spear. I'm assuming 12 ain't gonna do it.
Just barely not. Nope.
Okay. I will
Tail is flapping
try.
around. Ah, you miss it.
13
I'll try
it is.
again. 13 it is. I'll try again. There we go.
That's a hit.
11 piercing damage. And then I will use 1 key point to do Hand of Harm, which will do 9 necrotic damage, as well as it is now poisoned. So it now has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of my next turn. That is something that happens with Hand of Harm when I hit level 6.
That's just if you hit.
That is just if I
no
hit.
save.
There is no save. It is
Wow.
just conditioned. is just subject. It is if I choose it to.
Wow.
And then I'll use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike.
That's overpowered.
It's good.
That's just monking. It's like I do 6, I do 14, I do 12, I do 9.
And then 6 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll disengage. I will stay where I am.
Okay.
That'll do it.
That brings us to Garathor.
Where is this monster's mouth right now?
It's the T-Rex's mouth.
Yes.
Just up in the air, like 10 feet up. 12 feet up.
10 feet up? Oh, perfect. I would like to use my movement to climb inside of this monster's mouth.
No! You're gonna get eaten.
You want to try to jump in its mouth?
Climb inside, because, like, you know, you said it's only 10 feet in the air. I'm an athlete, half movement speed for climbing, you know.
Right, so you're like going to jump up and grab its mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your intention?
To get inside its mouth.
What-
Okay.
For what?
I mean, if you're pretty much in its mouth, it's going to bite down.
That's okay.
Don't do
Okay.
an Alex. Don't do an Alex.
But I want to get, like, I mean, like, how big is it? Like, I can easily fit, it could swallow me very easily, right?
Right. I mean, its mouth isn't open all the time. Like, you have to, like, grab its jaw and, like, pull yourself up. And if it starts roaring, you, like, work your way into its mouth. It's pretty much an attack on you.
That's okay.
Okay. He makes an attack.
Nope.
All right. He's, like, chomping at you, and you're, like, going left and right. And, all right, you're in his mouth, and it hasn't, like, bit down on you. You, like, on its tongue.
I literally I'm trying to actually, like, slither down his throat. I'm just, like, intentionally
What?
doing it. And then I click the immovable rod. And I probably can't swing an axe. I probably can't do anything. You know, I rub my own hand across my own axe blade to take a point of damage.
Okay. You're, like, in his mouth, and you try to go down his throat, and then click the rod. Okay.
And I don't try to do anything else. That's all I try to do. I
Okay.
just climb inside of a T-Rex mouth,
You click
click
the
a rod,
in the mouth.
slice my hand.
All right.
Good day.
Okay. That is your turn. It is
We
now
get
his
a-
turn.
Can we get a mic check on Luke real quick? You came out
Testing,
super proud of-
testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Good on my
Fine
side.
end.
Maybe just pull your microphone like a little bit away from your mouth.
All right.
Testing, testing.
There you go.
Okay.
So as you are, like, partway down its throat, it's gonna try to like throw its head up in the air and try to, like, bite you again while you're in its mouth. But as it puts its head up, it, like, hits this rod, and it, like, can't move. It's like starts to throw its head around. I'm gonna make a general intelligence check, which it is not very intelligent.
It also has disadvantage if it's an ability check.
Okay. So that's a 3. So it is like, it's just tossing its head right now, trying to figure out what's going on and why it can't get this, like, why it can't move its head up and down. I would say, Garathor, like, it is a predator, and it probably will figure out to just open its mouth and back up, like, not chomp on this thing.
Sure.
Even though it's in the air. But yeah, you wasted its turn. It's trying to, it can't figure out what this is. All right. It lets out a roar. It is pissed off. Garathor, you are in its mouth.
Right inside of it. Oh, Paul, I totally messed up. I'm not holding my shield anymore, so that it did do its damage when the dinosaur chomped. So I will put that damage on my sheet.
Okay.
For-
Well, also
for
you are
12 damage.
grappled. That would have changed everything.
Would it?
Yeah. We're
gonna
gonna
go
say it.
backwards?
We're gonna say it didn't happen. We're not gonna go backwards, but yeah. Okay. McGregor is going to take a look. He was convinced by Iranae's speech. However, he is. He's going to cast Phantasmal Force.
Oh no, that's my spell.
Not in this game. So that is an intelligence save. Natural!
A natural 20 gives it a 16.
You see it like shake its head as it wards off this phantasm that started to crawl into its mind. McGregor's like, what the fuck? And the bandit is going to take 2 shots. The 16 hits, so that's 11 damage. And the Berserker is coming straight at you, Alastor.
Coming at me. What did I do?
You know
Ah! And he is going to say, screw you, traitor! And take 2 swings with his greatsword.
Don't miss.
Ooh, that's
16.
a miss.
That's a crit fail.
16 would hit, but I'm going to use my arcane deflection, and it'll boost my AC to 17.
The shield appears around Alastor, and his blow just glances off. He's like, fucking magic. He missed. All right. That brings us to you, Alastor.
Fucking magic is right. Cast Burning Hands. Dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
That's a fail. 13.
14 fire damage.
What does this look like, Alastor?
Yes.
Well, he's got just a bad attitude all the time, so I take extra care as I just like hone the flame right up and burn his face off. And then he's just charred. Like, yeah.
You're like,
So
you didn't
happy
know
to-
that something could be worse than the death curse, but his face starts melting off and dripping.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the way I've always felt about you.
He does get in one last fuck, and then his face is gone.
Oh, fuck you too, Mr. Barbecue.
He melts in a pile on the floor. Iranae, unless you want to move, Alastor.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. Ooh, movement. Ooh, okay. Let me see
Ew, moving.
here. Yes. I will move right here and kind of duck down behind the rubble there. About 3/4 covers what I'm looking for.
All right, you got it.
All right.
Iranae.
All right. I will go ahead and use 10 feet of movement to move in and make a strike.
Rapier.
21.
That's a hit.
So it will be 7 points of piercing damage, plus an additional 18 for 25 points. Then I will use 10 more feet of movement to back off. And... oh, sorry, before I do that, I'll use my bonus action to make a strike with the deck. For a 20.
That's a hit.
An additional 2 points, so 27 points of piercing damage, and then I will back up. And that is my turn.
I almost forgot.
That dagger. Oh, do you want to do this? No.
Oh God!
It was one of these days. It'll be that 1 or 2 damage that does it, but not this time. It actually looks fine and roars at you. Silky.
All right. I am assuming Garathor is within 5 feet of this thing.
I'm 5 feet inside this thing.
Then I am going to roll with advantage.
Choke on Garathor's loincloth, bitch!
Okay, we will do. Not 20.
Hey!
So that remind me one more time how we do crits here. I don't do it very often.
You add your full dice in addition to your normal attack.
Okay, so that would be
So-
6 plus.
Don't roll the natural 20, just roll damage
Roll the
on
one
the
behind
not.
it.
Yeah, roll the lower one twice.
So that's 16. Wow.
Okay.
And then once again, I'm going to use a key point to once again put it under the poison condition.
Okay.
Marking that down. And then I get 2 more unarmed strikes.
Roll the other unarmed strike as well.
I get 2 more.
Right. I think you only rolled damage for 1.
That was
That was
Oh,
advantage.
this was
That
advantage.
was advantage. Got
Yeah,
it.
that was advantage.
Perfect.
Oh.
I'll do it. And 7, and then
The 14 hits, yeah. Oh, this is all advantage.
8.
Okay.
Okay, so how much is that? That's
15 plus 16. 31.
That's 31. And
Okay.
it's poisoned.
And poison. So you doof, doof, doof. You punch it 3 times, and like you see this like green ripple effect from one of your punches start to eat away at its body, and it like kind of recoils a little bit as you hit it.
Yeah, I hit it like right where its tail meets its body, and then just like cast the poison through its bloodstream.
All right. Yeah. It like
So
starts.
that was 31 points of damage total, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
How does it looking, if I may ask?
It looks hurt.
Cool.
It looks pretty hurt. Not on death's door. Anything else you want to do, Silky?
And I will jump on top of its tail, just for fun.
Okay. Garathor.
I would like to take my sword, which is still on fire. I'm guessing. Has it been? Is it still on fire?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Magic.
would like to, if I can, just try to put it sideways through, like, its throat. Just like, I'm imagining I'm like halfway down its
Yeah.
like throat cavity.
Right.
I'd like to just try to shove my sword sideways.
Okay. I'll let you attack with disadvantage.
Perfect.
Inside his mouth with not much place to move.
Right.
Whew. That's a hit. Flying colors.
Okay, so I will roll for damage. I rolled with my great axe, but it's the exact same stats. I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay. Go. So I'm just gonna roll this just in. There. So that's 6, 8, 11 damage. But I would like to just hold my sword there, and then for my second attack, I'd like to bang my head on the side of the sword to deal myself a little damage.
Don't stop raging.
Yes. Never stop raging.
Okay. You take 1 damage.
Yes!
All right. Anything else?
Nope, I'm just holding it through the side of its, throat.
Okay. It is its turn, and it is furious with you guys. It's like coughing up Garathor, and it can't figure out why it can't move its head. It's feeling like it's getting poisoned by some little cobalt behind it. It's roaring, and you see it fade into a mist. And Iranae, it appears right behind you. And takes 2 bites.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, a bite and a tail. Oh, it can't make it against the same target. He'll go here then.
Oh!
Bite Iranae and tail to Silky. Bite. 11. Natural 1. And tail, 15.
Miss.
All right,
Miss.
2 misses. Damn, that poison is fuck. Wow,
Poison.
that's impressive. Yeah, all right, that ends its turn, which brings us to McGregor. McGregor, looking at this thing getting kind of wounded and looking at the 3 of you guys, is going to cast Fireball right in the middle of all of you guys.
Can I see him?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
You have no idea where he is.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So go ahead and make dex saves.
Did you say it's a 16?
Yes.
Sweet. No damage.
No damage.
Damn! This battle! Garathor, you take 29 now.
You okay, buddy?
I'm good.
You know, of all the people in the group to get fireballed, we're the obvious choice.
All right. And this guy's going to take 2 shots at Silky.
Hi.
23. 8
Felt
damage.
good.
The other
Ooh,
one.
I'm not great.
Garathor, you know what this means, right?
Alastor, your turn.
I'm less than half.
Is there such a commotion going on that I would think I could cast the spell without being counterspelled from this distance? If I can't see him, he can't see me kind of thing, maybe?
You would guess based on this distance that you're out of the range of counterspell anyway.
Oh. 60 feet, wow. Changes everything.
Yeet.
All right. I'm going to look at Garathor as the fire dissipates. And I'm going to say, "You're welcome, but thank me later." And I'm going to polymorph his ass into a T-Rex.
Yeah. Polymorph. Yeah.
There you go, Luke.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was waiting for it.
Okay. In the place that Garathor was, his muscles start to bulge. He starts to grow 10 to 12 feet tall, emerging a huge tail, giant teeth. And where Garathor once was, a now T-Rex. Is there anything special about this T-Rex in looks, Luke? Or Alastor, I guess.
I want to make it pay homage to Garathor and his clan, knowing that he has tattoos and the T-Rex has the same tattoos on either side.
Nice.
That's cool.
And, yeah, he's green, the same Garathor green.
All right.
And, his roar, while it could be terrifying, it's more like it kind of squeaks a little bit when he roars. It's like, yeah, you all know.
All right.
And I look at it, I'm like, and then my hat kind of falls a little bit. And and then I'm gonna duck behind the rock and make sure no one can mess with my concentration.
All right. Iranae.
Well, this guy just tried to bite me, which means his head is probably pretty close, so I'm gonna try and stab him. If I can, if his head's still down, get a nice, like, up into the mouth stab, like the roof of the mouth.
All right.
25.
5 is a hit.
So that'll be 9 points of piercing damage plus an additional 13 for 22. Then I will use my bonus action, pull the dagger in, as you do, for a 26 to hit.
Also hits.
For an additional 3, so that will be 25 points of piercing damage total. And then I will use 10 feet of movement to back up.
And you use disengage?
I don't need to. Any creature that I make an attack against cannot take opportunity attacks against me.
That's right. That's right. Fucking swashbucklers.
Swashbucklers!
Right. Silky, that brings us to you.
Sweet. Garathor's the dinosaur. That's awesome. I am just gonna attack this thing some more. I'm committed to it.
All right.
We'll start with the spear for 11 piercing damage. And then we'll use the bonus action and do 2 unarmed strikes. 13, 20?
Both hit.
11, whoa, and 6. So how much is that? 28 total? And how is it looking?
How do you want to do this?
Are you for real?
That's
Oh my god!
200 HP.
Oh! I just took down the King of Feathers. How ironic that I was Feathers at one point. So Silky, she did this with an unarmed strike. Oh my god. So she's on its tail ends because she got whipped at the tail. So she goes and she stabs it with her spear once, sees that it hurts it pretty bad, puts the spear away, takes out her claws, punches once, and on the second punch, I'd like to imagine that her claws just extend so sharp that they just go straight through its tail. And its tail just is thrown from its body by this tiny, tiny little kobold. And it just starts bleeding to death from its little stump.
Looking
And then
looking like Wolverine. Silky draws her claws out and just slashes through the tail, which rolls on the ground, and the T-Rex just lets out this huge roar and looks back at you furiously.
and
Blood
then
pooling.
for my movement, I just kind of want to make eye contact with Garathor real fast and just say, "Can I ride you?"
I'm gonna negate that for what my turn looks like.
Okay, I will not ride Garathor.
All right. And is that the death blow was killing its tail?
Yep, it was
Okay.
tearing its tail
All
off.
right. Slowly the blood pours out, and you just see it like start to go on its hands and knees, or not hands and knees, but claws and feet, and slowly it just dies, gurgling blood out of its mouth.
Oh, and then I'll actually do something good with my movement. I will hide behind its body and give myself cover.
Okay. Garathor, that brings us to you.
So, feeling very much like Bruce Banner the first time he got infected with gamma rays. Like, I feel myself and like I just transform into a T-Rex. Every turn in D&D is 6 seconds according to the player's handbook, so I'm going to go with it. I actually don't even see this T-Rex die in front of me, because my first initial thought, as soon as I was left hanging from a transporting T-Rex and holding onto an immovable rod with a sword, the only thing I saw was a gangster and an axe that I promised would be my axe. Because I promised Omar, or whatever his name was, that I was going to have that beautiful axe on his back. So I'm hanging there.
You're talking about Ellingston?
Ellingston.
Omar was pretty close.
Which one's Ellingston?
He
Oh,
was
is he not in
Berserker.
killed.
Oh, I already killed him.
I want the axe. All I know is I want the axe, but I haven't been able to kill anything at this point in time, and I need to kill something. and I then transform into a T-Rex, and I'm actually looking the wrong way. It's like not even like T-Rex is like making eye contact. It's like I'm looking the wrong way. And then I kind of peer back and I do my tail swing, and it doesn't hit because it's already dead. Because a monk went fucking Super Saiyan on me. And so my tail literally just swings in the air, but I'm really charging this way to chomp this guy's face off because I want to kill something.
All right.
And I'm so upset.
Make an attack roll.
That's a 30.
Well, 20 was a hit.
20 was a crit. So.
Oh, is it a natural?
Yeah, it's a natural 20.
It's a natural 20.
Oh
my god!
Hold on, guys.
You can
Hold
roll
on.
if you want, but you can just.
Hold on. So that's 48 immediate damage. That's
48 immediate damage?
48 immediate. Plus.
Oh my god.
Holy smoke.
Oh. That's 73.
51, 81, 88 damage.
Holy shit.
This guy had 20. This guy had 20 hit points.
You just killed him 4 times.
What happens, Luke? You have to describe this one.
We're
I
gonna
don't even know.
We're gonna go a little cheesy on this, but it's like it's similar to like Jurassic Park sitting on a toilet getting eaten, but he's like kind of like looking at me terrified while standing, and it's a full-on collapse. But there's also like a spray of shattered bones and blood like out of the teeth marks in my mouth, and then as I go to like lift it up, I chomp it again, which then makes another, like there's way more blood in this body than's actually like physically possible. It's just spraying blood.
like
It's like watching a bad horror movie. It's just like it's just like blood is flying. And then as I roar, more blood just goes, and there's a very slow sunset pick, or sorry, you can't see it, moonlight pick of just blood spray and a T-Rex roaring into the sky.
Beautiful.
The work of art. All right. Does that end your turn? That bloody, horrible turn.
And then I'll run up towards whatever this guy is. I'll just run towards it. I'll use the rest of my movement, which is another 20 feet. So I'll just go right there.
All right. Well, it gets to McGregor's turn. He sees this fucking huge T-Rex in front of him. He scans, looking at all of his comrades fallen. You see a single tear as he looks at Zagmira, and he casts Dimension Door. And he is gone. And I believe that ends combat for the Power Cats. As you look around, there is still a T-Rex on the battlefield, but there is blood and waste everywhere. And amongst them is Zagmira.
Which in T-Rex language translates to, "Welcome back to the Emerald Dragon. We are all having a great time. We are trying to stay alive. And may the dice ever tell the story."
Well done. Well done. You guys have just won a great victory. Power Cats. What would you like to do?
I search Zagmira's belongings.
All right. On Zagmira, you find another spell book, which I will send to you after this. You find her wand. You see a private journal, which I will also send to you after this. And there is 120 gold, 78 silver, a bag full of 8 emeralds, and a potion of healing.
No cubes.
And the cubes.
All the cubes.
Cubes. No, the cubes are there as well.
We don't have any of the cubes, right? They have all of them. So we have all of them now.
Ooh.
Oh my, guys. First of all, Garathor, what the hell did you do, man?
I am diving my nose into piles of blood, sniffing and searching for any direction that Zagmira could have gone.
You mean McGregor?
Or McGregor, sorry.
Make a survival check.
While he's doing that, I'd like to just start harvesting feathers from the King of Feathers and tying them to my staff. The bloody ones, just.
Garathor, you smell and smell, making circles wider and wider, going into predator mode. There is no trace to follow at this point.
I will then kind of T-Rex arm and realize how small my arms are. I'll try to make a gesture, but then I realize it's not a gesture. It's just and I will walk over to the party, and
You feel like if you went out hunting, that there's a chance you could find him, but just doing circles, you can't really find a scent or anything.
Does anybody speak dinosaur?
I speak Draconic.
Can dinosaurs? No, it
Nope.
doesn't tell me on this. It says
Can I
unaligned.
communicate with him? Cause I cast the spell.
You cannot.
Dang it. Well, I'll just hold up my hand to Garathor, stop. And I'll just say, all right, we got some looting to do here. We got the honker for another, 55 minutes or so. You guys want to go assault some snakes?
I'm not feeling that wonderful. And do we want to assault snakes, or do we want to do things that need the cube to be done?
I think
we got the Rex for, another 55 minutes or so, and it'd be a shame if you turn back into a Garathor, given its strength and
well,
ability.
Alastor, you got to remember, a wonderful honker like this is not actually going to fit into the tunnels down below. And the snakes are probably experienced fighting them. I don't know that assaulting them is the best, most tactically sound decision.
Yes.
Can I understand what they're saying?
No. You can't.
Okay.
Oh, but there is one thing I would like to do if you do not mind.
What's that, Silky?
I just look up at Garathor, smile, jump on his tail, backflip up his back, and curl up on top of his head, and just stand there and look and just be like, I've never felt so tall in my life. This is everything that I've ever wanted.
I very softly let her do all these things, but in my T-Rex form, I go.
I scratched Garathor on the head, behind his ears. I don't know if he has ears.
Feels like when you're really hitting the soft spot on a pit bull or on a just like that kind of gentle giant. I go very gentle giant.
Can he stay like this forever? I would like to ride him. This is wonderful.
It's probably about another 54 minutes now, Silky. Iranae, this is a huge advantage we have. I'll leave it up to you. I can drop it right whenever we say the word, but do we want to go chase that last dick?
I yell down.
what-
Should we go hunting?
Go ahead, Iranae.
I mean, what can he really do anyway at this point?
He's a pretty strong magic user, right, Paul?
Yeah. He was about your equivalent. last level.
He's a pretty strong mage. Out here alone, I don't think he'll be able to do much, but loose ends, you know.
That's fair. If we want to hunt him down, we better do it fast. But
I yell down. Yeah. I yell down. Yes, that is something we can do. Not the snakes, but the mage.
I'm sure we could clear out any immediate threats with this honker on our side. It's up to you guys, though. Take a minute. I'd like to check out this basilisk, see what that's all about. Like, can we get more around the immediate
Obelisk?
Basilisk? Or
I'm like,
obelisk?
what is it? Oh yeah.
Oh, it's an obelisk. Okay.
Alastor, where'd you kill that other one? The one with the fucking sword?
Oh, it's over by that ruined house over there.
Alright, I'll go check that out.
He's gonna look a little crispy.
So Iranae he's charred. But you do find, I did say it was a great axe, so I'm gonna say it transforms, or it always was a great axe, not a great sword. And it is very well made, and half of the side is like this giant arced blade, and the other half looks like a cigarette kind of cutter, like a C. Yeah, it looks awesome, and it's got some intricate designs on it. Besides that, you find like 20 gold and nothing else. He seemed pretty, sparsely.
I follow Iranae over to that, and I see him her examining the axe, and a T-Rex smiles.
Yeah, I have the whole like, alright, I gotta bring this back. Trying to lift the damn thing onto my shoulder. Like just, oh.
I like how I nudge you on the side, and I would like to try to take it in my teeth, very delicately from the front of my teeth, as to not make Iranae lug it.
Okay, you delicately have an axe in your mouth right now.
Excellent.
All right, so another 2 or 3 minutes go by, and Alastor, you're reading in the obelisk, right? You're checking out the obelisk?
Yes, I just looked up a basilisk. Very scary and different.
Very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Fun fact, in the Yuan-Ti lair, those creatures that were chained up against the wall were indeed basilisks,
Oh.
which you did not encounter. But there are basilisks here, but it's very different from an obelisk. So on this obelisk, which rises about 8 or 10 feet above the ground, has this scrawling in common. And actually, as you kind of your eyes lift up to look at this, and you're looking towards the cliff face, you also notice 3 gargoyles perched, one directly in front of the obelisk and 2 to each side. And they seem to be looking right at you. They're just non-moving stone gargoyles. But as you raise your gaze, you can see these 3.
From the cliff, you mean? Or from
up on the cliff. Yep, high up on the cliff. Like 50 or 60 feet up in the air.
All right, keep your eyes up there.
But as I said, as your eyes raise up, you do see a text scrawled in this, very deep, and almost like part of it is like almost angrily scrawled in, and then there's these 4 lines at the bottom. And it looks like this. If you want to read this out loud, Alastor.
All right, listen up. Especially you, Garathor. Quiet down over there. This here obelisk says, it's a bit of a read, so bear with me here. This is just in common, DM?
Yeah.
This obelisk here says, fear the night when the Forsaken One seizes. Death's mantle and the seas dry up and the dead rise, and I, Asarak the Eternal, reap the world of the living. Those who dare enter take heed. This isn't looking good, you guys. The enemies oppose. One stands between them. In darkness, it hides. Don the mask or be seen. Speak no truth to the doomed child. The keys turn on the inside only. I shudder.
I readjust my mask. She takes it a little too literally.
All of a sudden, that wizard seems like a bit less of a priority.
What do you mean, Iranae? I don't quite understand.
Well, we came across the name of Sararak before, didn't we? And
Yes,
you-
the snake lady.
Well, it seems like he's the one responsible for all this.
So I don't get to go hunt a mage?
I mean, if we want to hunt the mage, we gotta do that, like, right now. So, what's the choice there?
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna keep him around though, and I just motion up towards the cliff side, just in case, you know, you don't know what's gonna start moving in these parts.
Was there a cave behind this obelisk? Or anything else in the area of geographical note?
You'd have to go check it out. Just
I'll-
glancing from here, you can't see anything.
I'll go check it out.
Okay. Are you guys coming with, or are you
Oh,
letting...
one thing. I will go check the body of the goon that wasn't shattered into a billion pieces and see if he's got any arrows.
He does, yeah. He had a longbow and a quiver of, we'll say, 16 arrows left.
Okay. Can I fire those arrows with my short bow?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. I was almost... then I will go check out the area and just see if there's anything
All right.
interesting.
I'll backflip off of Garathor, land in a cool Superman pose, and go with her.
Make a perception check. As Silky, are you helping or looking separately?
I will. My perception's okay. I think I will look separately.
Okay. So both of you are kind of looking at this cliffside. Iranae, you're searching and searching, and you do find something that seems to be like you start to pull away vines and leaves and brush, and it does seem to be some kind of an entrance. But just as you're doing this and starting to like pull away more and more, you look to your right and you see a hallway. Like it's only 5 feet, and it's dark, and it's just off to your right. Like it's a very well carved hallway, but at the same time you're just like, what's that? But as you keep kind of digging, this looks like a door as well.
Alastor, come here.
What's that, Iranae?
Alright, I found this. And kind of show him the space that I found. But as I did, I saw that. And I point to the actual, like, carved hallway. And the fact that that showed up when I found this, I don't trust that.
What did you find initially?
So,
Iranae?
there's like an opening in the cliff face that was covered by vines and whatnot. And I believe this one's a little more rough, right? Right, Paul?
The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
Is it like a hallway?
To the right is a hallway. There's no door
Yeah.
at all, but it looks well carved. And it's about 30 feet to your right. But as you pull away more of this, the vines Pulling aside the heavy undergrowth, you uncover an archway in the cliff face. Stone skulls peer down from basins up above it, and old bones litter the threshold. As light strikes the entrance, a swarm of bats screech out from within.
Oh,
Pleasant.
could I ritual cast detect magic, please?
Yes. Are you guys doing anything in that 10 minutes, or are you waiting 10 minutes?
That is a concentration, so I'll drop polymorph as well. When Luke
Oh no.
I will go just kind of like poke my head around the other hallway, holding a torch, and just see if I can see anything in.
I will stay next to Mr. Alastor.
Luke,
just
I
in
drop
case.
polymorph.
I'm a human now? Or I'm
You're
a half orc?
orc.
This is bullshit. Why would you do that? I was a fucking T-Rex. But I can read now.
How'd it feel, Garathor?
I was ready to kill a dinosaur, and I was ready to kill someone else, and then I only got to kill one thing, but it was awesome.
Were you checking out the further through this vine mess, like towards the door, or were you going to check out the hallway?
I was going to check out the hallway.
Okay. Okay. So you look forward in this hallway. Are you just using your dark vision?
Yes.
Actually, we'll forget that. As soon as you take about 3 or 4 steps down this hallway, actually no, it's still dark. Yeah. You look to your left and right, and there seems to be 8 alcoves as you're walking down this hallway. And as you kind of peer around and look to your left and right at the first 2 alcoves, you see statues. And each of the statues, the first 2 that you see, they depict the trickster gods, so part of the puzzle cubes. So I'm not going to say the particular order, but yeah, so as you walk past the first 2, you see 2 of the trickster gods looking at each other.
And do they, like, are there...
Actually, it does say here. You see Moa, which is a snake, and then on the other side, you see Wongo, and they are facing each other. You want to keep walking?
Are their hands, like, arranged in any way? Like an object should be set there, or...
Nope, it seems to be that they're just in a pose that would be natural to their animal.
I said Mo and Wongo.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go as far as the next alcove, just peek at that, and then I'll go back.
Okay, the next 2 are Aijin and Obolaka. Each statue is 3 feet tall. And yeah, it seems to be just in a pose.
Alex, you're taking the notes, right?
Yeah. And I will return to the group. Assuming I can walk out of the hallway.
Make a dex... No, you're good. That's a good point. Okay. Alastor, are you continuing to... I'll just say at this point, you finished the spell.
Sweet. Yes. Do I see anything magical within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, the hallway is emanating magic.
Like the entire hallway?
Pretty much at this point, yeah. It's like magic essence is coming a lot out of different places in the hallway.
Okay.
Are me and Silky just outside the tunnel still?
I'm
Just-
standing a little closer to Alastor.
Just to confirm, the hallway... We'll call them the hallway and the tunnel. I was at the hallway. Alastor was casting at the mouth of the tunnel. With the arch. So the magic was coming from the hallway?
No, where you just were.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Wait, the arch is the tunnel, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so it's coming from the hallway.
Okay.
The right in front of you, about 30 feet through some of the vines that you're kind of trying to pull through, you see a magical essence there as well.
Would I know the school of magic from either of these points?
Yes. From the hallway, you get divination magic. And from the door in front of you, you get abjuration.
All right.
Or sorry, not abjuration. Evocation.
Okay. Well, that hallway there, Iranae, is something magical. Probably maybe an alarm of sorts. It's got divination magic all over it. And everyone steer clear of over there. Something evocation magic.
That's usually the explodey stuff, yeah?
That's where fireballs come from, my friends.
As you yell that to the party, you see that Garathor is kind of like near Silky, and like trying to scratch Silky behind the ear. I don't. That's what I do. Silky, how do you respond?
I'd like to think I'm surprised, or how loud? Are you being pretty obvious, or are you being sneaky?
I mean, I'm trying to be sneaky, but I'm a half-orc barbarian, so sneaky is not really in my vocabulary. I just kind of like awkwardly kind of go up behind your big ears and I kind of start giving some scratches.
I think my ear just kind of twitches back when I hear you coming. And then as soon as you start scratching behind the ear, her ears just kind of fall off to the side and her eyes roll back into her head and she just like starts purring. Just kind of like...
I now have a new understanding of what being scratched as an animal feels like. And so I'm just like, not calling you an animal, you know, no offense towards kobolds, but I'm just like, thank you. That felt great. And I scratch until the purring stops.
Yes, but next time be sure to ask consent first, yeah? This is okay, but a lot of people don't like it when you do this without asking.
I stop scratching. I say,
No.
I keep scratching.
Keep going.
And then we hear Alastor yell.
Alright, Alastor, so you think, what, divination hallway then? It's got statues of the gods paired up along it.
How many?
I only went as far as the second alcove. There was more beyond. I think it was 8 total.
8 total. Do you think this has anything to do with that little riddle or whatever it could be called?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
I get confused. I'm like, riddle?
From the obelisk, Garathor.
Oh, that said something? Oh, God. I run over and read it.
Right. What are you guys doing?
I'd like to go examine the first 2 statues of the 9 gods and see if there's any cube-shaped orifices.
Okay. Are all of you going, or just you, Garathor?
Does anyone want to come?
I suppose I will go with him.
Okay.
Do not want him to die.
And Iranae and Alastor, you're just hanging out?
Yeah, I'm going to sit down, take a short rest.
Okay. Garathor and Silky, you get to the first 2 statues that are facing each other in the alcove. And then, so the first 2 is once again Moa and Wongo. The second 2, Aijin and Obalaka. And that's as far as Iranae went. Do you want to keep going?
No, I want to examine the statues and see if there is like any form of an orifice that would fit a cube.
Sure. Yeah, you check around the statue and you don't see anything that resembles what would fit a cube. There's no like rectangle.
Okay. I'm just happy that now that I'm not a T-Rex and I can understand words and see things,
And speak.
that I now have this information.
I'm
So
gonna.
you think things are gonna get bad, but let's stick together, all right? And I reach down with my hand in a fist motion.
I hold my paw out and just like tap it with my open palm.
Yeah, I'm like, we'll get there.
Garathor, to be quite honest, I don't feel comfortable taking these sort of oaths that we would take back in the Flaming Fists. You know, with non-fists, all right? If you want to do a handshake, we can do that. Do a high five. But I'm not going to give you fists, bro.
What does that mean, giving fists?
Silky,
I go over
Reach-
and I fist bump Garathor.
I'm immediately like trying to apologize, but then Iranae does that, and then I look at Alastor and I make eye contact.
Well, you guys want to be Flaming Fists now?
You see fire right now, bro?
We can make some fire there, bro.
What if we're just the fists? The power cat fists?
Or just the fists? I don't know. Where did the power cat come from, by the way?
Honestly, Silky, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I could,
Yeah.
but let's wait for a long rest. It'll be alright.
Okay. I mean, honestly, that seems like an old name. You could get yourselves a new fancy one. You've got 2 new party members.
Realistically, Iranae wasn't even part of the power cat converters.
So it's
and
just
turned to the
you?
power cats. At
So
this point, the only thing is I need it to be named something with power. So, the 3 of you, I don't think Alastor really cares about names.
Hey, you know what? I do
Oh,
care about names, but let's settle this right here, all right? As the only active member and descendant of the founder of the Flaming Fists, I would be honored to anoint you guys as the only Flaming Fists in all the land, along with myself.
So we would be the Flaming Fists, but not the evil Flaming Fists?
No, it'd be the only flaming fist.
Because all those people who are calling themselves the Flaming Fists,
Are not the Flaming
They're
Fists.
Well,
the
that's-
icy dicks.
they're the Icy Dicks.
Oh.
So I'll leave it to you. If you don't want to make it so official, we can call it honorary members of the Flaming Fists. You will be awarded a certificate at some point in the future at Baldur's Gate.
Silky slithers up to you and holds out her fists and looks up excitedly. Hold out both of them.
Are you going to be a Flaming Fist, Silky?
Yeah.
2 fists.
I look at I
Welcome
look
to
at
the
I look
club.
at Iranae. Iranae, roll a coin.
Roll a coin.
Go roll a coin.
Just roll it.
What's what?
Fails.
What's that mean?
We won't be flaming fists.
Oh. The Garathor.
But hear me out. We could be some flaming dicks.
Now you're just channeling too much of your brother, Garathor. Stop it.
Yeah, I know, right? Ignatius. And I say Ignatius again and make the sword go out. And I sheath it. I'm like, thank you so much, but not right now.
I approach Garathor. Honorary Flaming Fists.
I cannot be associated with the flaming fists.
I pivot to Iranae.
I look up at Iranae with big eyes.
Honorary only. You gotta remember, Alastor, I'm from Waterdeep.
Honorary was the condition. Garathor, the offer's still on the table too,
I
by
pull
the
my
way.
sword back out and I go, Ignatius. And I say, honorary. And I after you fist bump Iranae, I hand my sword to Iranae so that the flame can make it, official by, sacrament, by with the sacred sacraments, obviously, and do a flaming fist bump.
All right, so now our group will forever be known as Alastor, Eltan, and the Flaming Fists, and also 2 honorary fists.
Alastor, that's the worst name I've ever heard.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
And I
The
hate
fists it
names, so it's
is.
perfect.
The fists it is as a band.
We could be, actually, if we wanted to have a semblance of the old name, we could be the Power Fists.
Oh, the power
flaming
fisters.
fists.
That's too much.
Power flaming. And I look over at Alastor. I'm like, I look at myself. Power. Alastor flaming. Look over at Silky. Fists. And your name is silent. As I look at Iranae.
What?
It's the power flaming fists.
I just walk into the hallway and go figure out what the rest of the statues in the alcoves are.
We're so stupid.
Once again, the first two, Moa Wongo, Aijin, Obalaka, looking at each other. The next ones, Papazotl and Kubazan, which was the frog hemoth. And then the final two are Nang Nang and Shigambi.
That only means unk.
Alright. What was he the god of again?
Who?
The last remaining one. We've got 9
Unk?
cubes.
Oh, Unk is the giant snail guy.
That's right.
Do you think Unk might be the one standing between them in darkness, hiding?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but I mean, I don't really know the significance of it.
In darkness it hides. Could it be hiding in the path opposite the cave? The one outside? In the dark? That could be where we find him.
Don the mask or be seen.
Who are the enemies here?
That's the real question. I mean, I suppose it could be the pairs of statues, but it could be something else entirely.
All of a sudden, I light bulb and head shrug. I'm like, oh, right, we're back to riddles. Oh, son of a... I hate these gods.
Hey, DM, would Alastor remember which gods were, opposed? Because we did all those temples and, learned so many things that I just can't remember. But I think we did know, some of them were enemies of each other.
Yes. I would say with Alastor's intelligence, and are you walking in this tunnel, or are you just hearing what they tell you?
I'm hearing what they say, trying to connect. I'm just okay, I'm just envisioning all of the gods in that tunnel. I just extend my thoughts to conclude that, and then I'm trying to crack the code from the obelisk.
Yeah, as you think about it in your head and hearing about some of the tales, some of the snippets of tales that you heard, and knowing that there is some kind of a legend of the trickster gods, and it seems like two are opposed. You remember two of the ones that you saw. It does seem like it lines up, that them facing each other does seem to make them opposed, as if they were written about in the stories.
I'd like to pull Iranae off to the side. Iranae.
Yeah.
Is donning this mask the fucking mask we got from the Flaming Shaft?
I mean, it's possible, but that's already in the tomb.
Again, the path outside. Do you want me to go down the path outside and see if there's anything down there?
I believe...
feel like this...
Well, if I recall correctly, there was a door that was marked with evocation magic. That doesn't seem like the kind of door you want to open.
But usually things that are protected have things inside that are valuable.
That's a fair point. Or... I don't know. We need to ask Alastor. Alastor, what do you think? Do we
Think
try
about-
and, do we try and get through the evocation door, or do we just choose this path instead?
The hallway, you're saying,
Yeah.
does it continue on beyond
The
this?
hallway ends. Sorry.
Oh,
in
it
a
does. Oh,
wall.
okay.
Oh,
There's a wall there. That's
Gotcha.
it. There's 8 pairs of objects, and then that's it.
Okay. Well, all of these statues facing
Sorry,
one
4
another
pairs.
are enemies. It means one stands between them in the darkness. It's hiding. This mask here, you guys mentioned a mask. Do we need to find a mask?
It says, don the mask or be seen. Do we want to be hiding? I say we take the cube, put it right in the middle.
of each one and see if something happens.
Yep.
I would like to go back to the tunnel
Okay.
and light a torch. And
Okay.
take a torch into the tunnel, advancing very slowly to see if there is actually like a physical door at the end of it.
Sure. You light a torch, kind of cut away the remaining vines and moss, and indeed, about 30 feet in front of you, after you cut away this hanging vine, is a door. It looks very solid and very big.
Are there any markings on this door? Is it just smooth?
As you look a little bit closer towards this door, you see 8 places that 3-inch cubes could be inserted. It's like 9, so it's 3 rows and 3 columns.
What do you see, Iranae?
I see our ticket forward.
Garathor, are you doing anything, or are you just mentioning things?
I'm just mentioning things,
Okay.
but I will see that and be like, oh, I bet this riddle has something to do with this, and I bet something in the middle is the one that stands between them.
Alastor, thoughts on this? Put the snail god right in the middle, and then on opposite sides going around the rest of the pairs. What do you think?
I'm not sure what I think about that, Iranae. It says the keys turn on the inside only. At the end of that. I'm so bad at these riddles, man.
I want to know what doomed child means.
So I get the feeling that perhaps those lines don't all correspond to the same thing. So the first 2 would be... The first 2 or 3 would be the entrance. The next would follow after. But, I mean, I could be completely wrong.
I'll be 100% honest with you, Miss Iranae. I have 0 idea what is happening. So I will trust what you say, because I don't know.
Alastor, you're finishing a rest, right?
Yeah, if I can get that rest,
Yep.
then
About an
sure.
hour goes
I'll
by.
kind of, I'll definitely try to take a rest with them too.
You
while
guys
I'm
can
scratching
all
my
have a
head.
short
Sure.
rest at this time.
Thank you.
I actually didn't take damage in that fight.
I took
Must be
quite a
nice.
bit.
Because I'm not done rolling dice.
Alright, so when the rest ends... Alastor, let me see the cubes.
All right, Iranae.
I'm gonna try it out, and you guys stay back a little bit. I'm pretty good at dodging stuff, so...
We stand far away from Iranae.
Okay, what are you doing, Iranae?
All right, I'm gonna put in directly opposite each other, going around the four pairs of enemies, and then right in the center, just slide in the snail god who was not included.
Okay. As you do this, all 9 cubes flare up and they get brighter and brighter and brighter. And then you see like some electricity start to form around the door, and then it fades out. And the door starts to, you hear a huge, deep, like rumbling sound. And from the very top of the door, you see this gap starts to slide down.
Oh.
And it comes to a rest. And you see a dark hallway in front of you.
Did that seem too easy?
All right, come on up.
I unsoggy my eyes and I walk up to the door, like where there was a door. There's no longer a door. I look at the crew, said, "This feels too easy, but my father didn't ask for this." And I take one step across with my eyes scanning the floor.
You did notice also that as that blinding flash happened with the crackle of electricity, all the cubes disappeared. They weren't there anymore as the door opened.
Well, we just collected 9 of those damn cubes. Wasn't so easy if you ask me. I'll follow you, Garathor.
Yeah, I'm with Alastor on this one.
Okay. Onward and down, I suppose.
You going in?
We
Into the
look like
team.
we look like the Wizard of Oz right now, in the fact that none of us have taken more than one step past the first step past the door.
As you guys take your first step into the tomb, you see the door. All 4 of you cross over it. Behind you, this giant, huge door that was, it must have been like over 10,000 pounds, like this huge, huge column starts to rise up behind you. And you hear it rumbling. And you see the last bits of moonlight and starlight outside slowly fade. Are any of you going to try to get back out?
If anybody
right.
does, I grab them.
Oof. You feel it close. You look in front of you. There is indeed another door about 40 feet up. But you feel like you have just entered, as Brad showed in that sign, the Tomb of Annihilation. And as you guys contemplate where you are and whose realm you have just entered, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, Nelly.
We made it.
Oh,
right.
boy.
So it gets easier from
Oh,
here,
man.
right, guys?
Made it.
I got claustrophobic with that description.
Everything gets easier from this point forward in the camp.
From
You know, it feels like one of those
Posted
things
on
like
how-
when you're reading a book, right? And then you read the title of the book, like hidden about 2/3 of the way through the book. You know, you find that line in it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah.
All right, so of course we're on the fast track to happy endings, folks. Now that we're in the Tomb of Annihilation, who knows what happens next? Please pray for us to whatever god you pray to. Folks, next week we're going to pick it up, Curse of Strahd, Monday night again. We are going to talk about rescheduling a little frat boy action, the next edition of Hot Boy Summer. Probably
I
sometime
gotta work Wednesday. I'm sorry.
in the next few weeks. It's all good. We here at the Emerald Dragon, we don't expect our first time DMs to throw together part 2 in 1 week.
I mean, it's almost done.
So, Kaylie, you get more time.
Thank you.
And back to the tomb. the week after that, folks. So until then, here at the Emerald Dragon, be safe out there.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Good night.
Deuces.